Da-da-da-da!
We're live.
There we go. Hopefully we are here. Let me check if that's really the case. First of all, where's my chat? Oh my goodness. Do you see the chat as well, Lisa?
Hang on.
Hello, everyone. This is so confusing to me because on the one hand, it's totally new. On the other hand, I'm totally excited. And we have never done something like this before. We have a new program. We've learned a lot, and now we are here.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, so can you see the chat?
I can see, yeah. I think so. Sorry, 1 minute. I'm live and I've got to have it cool.
Hello, everyone. She's a really busy woman.
Sorry. Hi.
And before we start, so first of all, welcome. We are a little bit nervous and our nerves are a little bit wrecked because we had some technical problems, and I'm assuming we will get them again. I can already hear it again. So please, could you let us know if when we talk, if you can hear us properly? We had some problems with obviously overheated phones. I have a really, you can't even see that. I have a really weird construction here over my desk. Let me quickly show you what I'm talking about. That's this thing here. I bought this little fan here, and this shall cool my phone, but I'm not so sure if it really is doing what it shall do and if the sound is okay. So if you could write something in the chat and let us know if you can hear us properly.
Oh, a crackle occasionally. Audio's good. That's good.
Okay, so I think we have, if the screen doesn't freeze or something like that, I think we can live with that. So now let's try it, okay?
Okay, let's go.
So this is part 1 of It's Your Turn. I want you to say the caption.
This is part 1 of... What do you want me to say?
How is it called? It has even a name because we found this name on the street when we were walking through Ulm and suddenly saw the poster.
Echoes of Love.
That's how it's called.
This is called Echoes of Love. And like Louisa said, when we were in Ulm, Louisa's always in Ulm, but when I went to Ulm, we were walking around and we seen a poster and it said Echoes of Love, and that just became our new thing. So yeah, Echoes of Love is what we are. And we were what we want all you to be with us as well. Our echo, our echo of all our love of the community. So yeah. Louise,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I accidentally did something here. I didn't want to do it. Quickly need to somehow find out how to get rid of that weird writing there on the screen. I'm so sorry.
I think some people would have seen our outtakes on your stories and on my stories.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been practicing this for quite a little while.
You are calling that outtakes, but it's the circumstances I have to do my job here.
It was actually reality.
So if you haven't seen our little reel on Instagram yesterday, please check that out. It was just so funny. I couldn't stop laughing, and my voice was so weird. I think I've never heard my body making those weird noises, but that is obviously normal. So if you hear weird things during this live stream, that is just normal.
It's probably just me.
Yeah, well, when you sing, then I make the noises, I think.
Yeah.
I won't sing.
I promise not to sing. Talking of singing, we've just come from a live from somebody who was a big part of me and Louisa coming together. So we will tell you about that. Hi, Lisa Spring.
And hello, everyone. Do we also have so many Diesels in the chat here, like in the other chats? That would be interesting to know.
Yeah, lots of Lisas around.
So this is already then part of introducing yourself. I'm so confused because why the heck is my arm here? That is absolutely not necessary, is it? But I don't know how to change that. That is so weird. I can't change it because then I'm gone. I'm so sorry. So you see my arm here. So
that's okay.
It's absolutely confusing for me.
Yeah, so we can see your lovely bracelet.
Oh yes. So I should put my arm here, right? Yeah.
Because I will talk about it. So I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Lisa Collins. I'm a crafter. I'm a hobby crafter. I'm not in any shape or form as close to Louisa as we all know her.
Don't say that.
No, I'm not.
I can mute you. If I want, I can mute you. Don't say that.
She's a genius. We all know that. So I've been following Louisa for about 7 years on YouTube. And I think I've only watched her for a few times. And I just knew that I needed to be her friend. And I just had this overwhelming feeling that I should be her friend. So yes, I left comments on her YouTube, on her videos, likes, and she always replies, like always got a heart back or a comment back. But in the grand scheme of things, she's got so many followers and so many subscribers. She was never going to notice little old me.
And that feels so weird from today's perspective. It feels so weird because it's like you have a bowl of, like, let's say, marbles or something, and they somehow all look the same. I mean, of course, we know some names a little closer. Also, here in the chat, I see some very familiar names. Some names where I think, okay, I've never heard that name before, but probably because my brain just can't remember so many names. But then suddenly, from this bowl, you know, some people come out, and these Spring is already crying. Don't cry.
He's already crying.
Okay, Manalo.
Oh, yeah. The story gets much better.
That is so. It's so. I mean, that doesn't mean that you are more special than other people. Yeah, they are. All of the marbles in this bowl are the same special, but somehow one gets another color then because you can immediately see, oh, it's her, you know, but not because you are more worth or something like the other people, but just because suddenly there's a face behind the name somehow.
Yeah, and so, you know, like Louisa said, she'll notice people and she'll notice names, but I was never going to get that, what I felt needed to happen, this friendship. And I was always working, so Louisa puts her videos on. She was doing her paper premieres with songs. She was announcing the singer of the songs. I was a working person. I could never join at them times. When she said, please come over and watch this person who sang this song, never happened for me because I was working. And then last year I was diagnosed with a crappy little illness, and we don't need to talk about it, but I was diagnosed with an illness and I was taken to my bed and I was quite unwell, and the only thing that was getting me through each day was watching Louisa. And I was watching all the old videos and I was going back, and but I was too unwell to even craft. And then this one day, I think it was Tattered Bunny Journal 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah,
last week or so that
and
it was the
yeah,
first paper premiere,
but
not the
it was
first paper premiere, but the paper premiere of Ted Bundy Collage Book Volume 1, yeah.
yeah. So it was a year ago this month, early in the month, and she'd said on the paper premiere, this is this song by this artist. If you really like the song and you like what you hear, pop over to his TikTok. And because I was unwell and I was in bed and I had nothing else to do, that's what I did. And I went over, and it was Daniel Evans, as you probably all know his name now because you've heard his songs.
I will do my
And
little trick here, okay? Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but I will do my little trick here I
yeah,
learned so
you
that
do
they
your little
can
thing. I'll carry on talking because they'll still hear me. So I went over and I started watching Daniel and fell completely in love with his voice, completely in love with him, completely in just awe of the passion he has when he sings, the emotion that he brings when he sings. And obviously I knew his voice from before, from Louisa's videos, but I hadn't been and watched him live. And then while I was on the live, he says, where are you listening from, blah blah blah, and I said, oh, I've come over because Louisa Heinzel introduced me to your voice, and I've come over from her. And from that, and I don't even know how it happened, but from that, this special link, because Louisa then said, oh, hi Lisa, thanks for coming over. And from then we just had this unreal link that I don't think I'll ever be able to explain. I don't think it's anything other than it was just the perfect scenario. And it and then we found this we were talking, we were chatting, we phoned each other, and the link was just there. And I said to Louisa, I always knew I should be your friend, and I did know that. And
in the first moment I thought, how can you know that? Because, hopefully that doesn't sound like weird, but
no, but
I
I could
get
have
a
been
ton
a
of
stalker.
messages.
I could have been a serial killer trying to get a hold of you.
I didn't think that you wanted to kidnap me or something,
No.
but you can't know who's on the other side. I could know at that point if this picture is really you, because I haven't seen your face. I haven't spoken to you at that point. Yeah. And because of that, you could have been like, a weird person.
Yeah.
And when you first said, you are a weird person, that is true. But what I mean is, it could have been that you are like, a little bit like crazy, and you think, I am her friend already. And I was thinking, what the heck is that? But since I believe in those things coming from the universe, and I don't believe in coincidences, for me it was somehow clear. And that's weird because I didn't know you, that you are right.
Yeah.
And that is for me something which was really extraordinary, which doesn't happen so often in my life. But we have those proofs over and over again.
Over and over.
And like nearly daily. And I find that somehow important to talk about that, because this is not like a usual friendship. Nearly every single day, things happen, yesterday with this plant and other things where I think that it's not true. Yesterday, let me explain this, like give you the short version and the public version of this story. So because I want that those people out there, who are watching this now, can understand what we are talking about. Yesterday, I said to Lisa, I've set myself a little challenge because I found someone on a flea market app who sold a plant I wanted to have. but not so much because of the plant. I mean, the plant is amazing, but it was for me more like a challenge that had to do with a thing I was thinking about my mental health, and it was like a personal challenge for myself. So I was talking to her, which helped me really much. We were talking on the phone, and we were also already talking about the shit that happened with this piece here, not with this, but with the other one. And I went into a taxi, and I think I can say that about the taxi driver because,
Say it.
no names will be addressed here. The first thing I saw when I looked over to him was that he had a ton of bracelets on his arm. And I think I can say that he looked like Daniel probably will look in like 10, 15 years. This taxi driver must have thought that that I lost my mind or something, because I was literally staring at him. I couldn't even say where I wanted to go. Luckily, he had that already on his system, because I was talking to you. Then I wanted to go into the taxi. And since also Daniel's music and what he's doing, he doesn't even know what he's doing for me or for us.
And I think we've told him that he's got like a special link between us, but it's like he just pops up every now and then, or
and it was like that. It was like he was next to you, helping me with that challenge. Then the taxi driver, I calmed down. There was a little other thing with a little well, the sign was giant on the way. I don't want to talk about that because that is a little bit too private for me. But that was the next thing, where I then said to Lisa, you won't believe what happened here, because there was like my future written, or my future I am hoping for was written on this sign. And I was like, what the bloody hell is happening here? The taxi driver brought me to the house where the person is, where, who sold the plant. And there was like a metal gate, and the woman was already like waving, and she said, hello, come in, the door is open. I touched the handle of the door, and my brain was like someone has switched something, and I was back at the house of my grandparents in my childhood, where we had exactly this door, but I didn't know that at that point. I took my hand off from the handle, and I thought, what the heck is that? It was like the whole surrounding was not existing anymore. And I was back in my childhood. It was exactly the same door handle. It was then a little closer, exactly the same door. And then the woman showed me the plant, and I thought, she must think I'm completely crazy. Because if I would have taken this portion of her face, she could have been a sister of my grandma. If I would have ignored the rest, if I would take a photo of her from here and would hold that next to my own face, everyone would think that's my mom or so, because she wasn't so old that she could have been my grandma. I left, and when I opened this door again, it even made the same noise, like "Week, week," like the door at my grandparents' house made. And that's the thing. Lisa is one of and that's why I'm talking about this here for so long, because I want you to understand what's happening here and why we are doing this. This is not just a junk journal project for us. This is not just a live stream. This is something like I don't even have words for that.
Yeah,
and the thing is,
phenomenon.
Yeah, and she is one of the few people who understands that and who doesn't laugh about me when I called her and said, you won't believe what happened. She was like, her eyes were like this. And then she said, oh my goodness, your grandma was with you because you had this challenge. Dan was somehow with you, and he will probably laugh about me. Maybe you will watch the replay. Don't laugh about me, because that is what I feel in that moment. And what helps me with the things. And how can that happen?
It's not coincidences. And I think somebody's just put, magic like this can happen anytime, anywhere. And it does. And I think that's what's quite special about mine and Louisa's friendship, because we've noticed all these happenstances along the way. They're not just, they're just there. And every time we talk, and like you said, every day there's something, there's a date or a date that we don't think about, and then when we talk about it, then I'll say, oh, that date's this or that date's that, and it's as though we say that the universe is aligned us, that we are meant to be together, and I knew this, and I knew this 7 years ago. It was the right thing, and so then I was going to Paris with my daughter for her birthday, and we'd arranged the hotel, we'd arranged the train tickets to go to Paris, and I just said to my daughter on this one day, how far is Paris from Ulm, and how easy is it to go from Paris to Ulm? She said, leave it with me. So off she went, and she's a brilliant organizer, and she can organize everything. So within minutes, she'd come back to me and said,
she's a little fairy. Her daughter looks like a real fairy.
and she come back and she said, it's easy. It's one train. It'll take us 4 hours. What do you want to do? And I said, let's book the train. Let's book the train. And let's book a hotel. And then I sent Louisa a little photograph of the very, very top of the hotel, and said, do you know where this is? And she was like, it looks like somewhere in Ulm. And I said, well, I daren't just surprise you.
But I could say that because I had asked Gemini. I had absolutely no idea what that was. I have taken the picture she sent me, have put that into Gemini, and Gemini told me, oh, it could be this and that hotel. Otherwise, I would have had absolutely no idea what she's trying to tell me.
Yeah. So then I said, I don't want to surprise you. One, she might absolutely think I'm a nutter and doesn't ever want to meet me, or two, she might not like surprises, because my whole plan was to just get to Ulm, take a photograph of somewhere where she'd know it was Ulm, and send it her and say, guess where I am. But then I thought the shock of that, I don't want to shock her too much. So I did tell her that I was going to Ulm, and because she's so busy, as like crafting for me is a hobby, I can pick it up and do it as and when I want. But because it's Louisa's job, she's got a schedule, she's got, she has to get videos ready, and for us to watch a 1 hour video probably takes her 2 days to make. So I know that she's busy, so I was like, yeah, these dates you need to be free because I need to spend some time with you. And yes, so I got to Ulm, and it was quite late at night, but I was still adamant that I was going around her house. Oh, Lisa Spring's still crying. You are a part of our story, Lisa.
Yeah, and
You're part of Daniel.
I also find, oh, sorry.
Sorry. You go.
I also find, oh no, I lost it. Here we go. Can you now see the comment I've pinned? Can you see it as well?
No.
Okay, so I will read it to you. That's wonderful. It's so hard to make friends in adulthood. And I find that a pretty true thing, especially when you have a job like YouTube, Etsy, and all of that, because I don't know a single real friend. Yeah, well, except Sasha and maybe his sister and some people who helped us here with my apartment. But there is no one, let's say, not connected to the people who live in the house here, I know as a friend here since I moved here, because I had no chance to make new friends here because, I never leave this house. And I find it also not only because of my job, but yeah, making friends is difficult. How do you do that? I mean, the other day something happened to me. Let me quickly say that as well, because I was thinking I will be spontaneous. I was on a walk on my phone with another friend, and someone with half of a watermelon passed my way. And I was thinking, sing it, sing it.
What am I singing?
Yeah, something from Dirty Dancing, please. Watermelon.
Baby. Ooh, baby.
You got me.
Sorry, everyone. I do
Watermelon.
this randomly.
I mean, what do you think when someone, thank you, when someone carries a watermelon? You automatically think about Dirty Dancing, don't you?
She
So he
carried a
came,
watermelon.
and I said, obviously in German, because everyone here speaks German, I said the quote from the movie. Habe eine Wassermelone getragen. Kind. Be kind. Dan always says be kind. And this man with this melon was like, yeah. And he went like so. And I was like, okay, this somehow failed. But I was kind. I had fun. But, you know, he could have just laughed. He probably had a bad day or something. But
then
it's hard.
it's
That's
very
probably not
hard.
the best way to make a friend just on the street with a watermelon. But that could have ended in, you know, a nice
A friend-
conversation. Yeah.
It could have been a spontaneous friendship.
Yeah.
Had he have reacted back. I carried a watermelon, yeah. So how does Thomasina know that I've got one of them?
I don't
I'm
know.
sat on it. How do you know?
I don't know.
Sorry.
Every chat has a comment.
So this is what this stream is going to be about. It's going to be a fun time. We laugh, we joke. Our friendship is so strong that yeah, I don't think anything would ever get in the way of it. I don't think it would ever end. And you know, I don't even have to say I pray that it will never end, because it won't ever end. Because
We know that already.
Yeah, when there's something that special, it can't be broken. It could not be broken. And so we're gonna when I went to Ulm, I went round to Louisa's on the Friday night. I know that you are all so incredibly jealous that I was in her craft room. So somebody put earlier about fangirling, you know, sort of like a friendship crush. The friendship. I have two things with Louisa. So I have my friendship with Louisa, which is our personal friendship. But then I've also got this like fangirl crush on her, because I've watched this YouTube sensation for 7 years.
I'm still single. And just saying. Go on.
So I've got this two-way stream. So when I first met on the streets, when I got out of my taxi and I met Louisa, she was my friend. We hugged, we cried, we hugged, and that was friendship. And then I walked into her apartment and I was in Louisa Heinzel's craft room, and it was the ultimate thing. I think I took a video of myself, and I took a video of my feet, and I spoke into the camera while I was videoing my feet and said, my feet are on her craft room floor. And all of you here that watch Louisa will absolutely understand what I felt in that moment. And but it's like a separate thing to the friendship. And then the following day we went out, we had lunch, and then we came back. We did a small live. I don't know if anybody's seen that, where she had me running around to a studio trying to find things. And then we were going to do this friendship journal on the Sunday. Happenstances, that didn't happen. But then me and Louisa got the chance to really sit and talk to each other on the Sunday before I left on the Monday. And it it just gelled us together so much more. But while we were looking for things to make for our journal, oh no, let's go to Dead Sheep.
It's still dead. And it's even more dead than I was expecting, because it's not only that the universe tells us what we shall do and what we did in the past and why we are connected. No, it also tells us when we ship boxes to each other, they will never arrive.
They don't. We have trouble with the post office.
I can't bring into words how much I freaked out already in this room about this. I'm so sorry. I went, as you probably have seen, with 2 of these pieces here. And even I made even these, and they have been in there as well. And a little rotation thing for making a lazy Susan. Is that the word?
Yeah.
It's gone to wherever. So if you want to see, at least see how I made these pieces here. Wait, give me a second. I can do this a little better here so that they can see the full piece. So Lisa brought a really weird material. She had some relatively posh fish and that needed to get cooled. And she had a material. You have seen that in the last video here on the channel. So that wasn't a live video, but a pre-recorded video, meaning you can still watch it. And I used some embroidery stabilizer to make this. And I made 4 of these pieces because this was planned to become the cover for our journals. I've put that into an envelope, ran to the post office. And to be honest, I could have seen that coming. I am so angry at myself because I could have seen that coming. But that day, it was like so loud in this post office. They had like music on there. And this man, I think he could understand German, but he then said, yeah, well, it's like €7, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, huh? Why is it only €7? And I even asked him, are you sure this is going to England? Are you sure that it's just €7? And he said, yeah, well, if you want to ship it like this and this and that, then it's, I said, do I get a tracking number? He was like, yes, you get a tracking number. And because of that, I thought, okay, I've never shipped something to England, obviously, in an envelope. And that was then my thought. It's not a box. It was an envelope. Maybe it's like that. A week passed, 1.5 weeks passed. We already, planned all of that early enough so that we could show you the video where I made this and all of that. And then I called the, how is that called? The hotline of the post office. And they told me, yeah, what do you expect when you pay €7? I expect that this bloody man in the post office, please sticks the right sticker on my envelope. So this is what we have. We have 2 of these pieces here on my table. But Lisa was so brilliant. She figured something out.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn myself around.
Yeah.
Back camera. I think this is going to work. Oh. 1 minute. Can you see my desk now? Yeah.
I can see your desk.
Right, so I'll go a little bit, zoom out. Okay. So.
And now I made your desk a little bigger.
Yeah. So, because we knew the dead sheet wasn't coming to me, and Louisa did say on her video, maybe get some thread and do something with it. So that's what I've done. Because I knew I wouldn't have a journal cover. So I made this. I didn't have the embroidery stabilizer, but I did have something called Wonder Web that when you turn your trousers up and you put the sticky stuff in, saves you sewing, and you iron it on and it goes sticky and creates a hem. So I had some of that. So I laid it down, got lots of thread and bits of wool and laid them on, and I made this fabric, which is just unreal. I love it. And then I put a coating of hard Mod Podge on it, just to give it a little bit of stiffness, but it hasn't made it stiff. I mean, I can crumple it up, I can screw it all up, you know. It just, and it does resemble a little of what I would have received in the post. I've even got.
I find it looks way cooler than this.
No, well, I'm just going to say, if my dead sheep do ever turn up, I would definitely use it and then use this for something else.
Yeah,
so,
they told me they will send it back to me, but that didn't happen so far. So yeah.
So I've made my 2 pieces. So I've got my 2 pieces, and so that's what I'm going to use as my journal cover. And Louisa will be happy because the bits I've cut off, then when I see her again, then she will have some of this to go in her journal somewhere.
Yeah, so but that means I will then not use these, because that is similar to what you have there.
Yes, well, I could have those.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so we'll swap. So I'll have these as my covers, you have the dead sheep. We've got to stop calling them dead sheep.
Yeah, please. It always brings me back to my wish to the universe. So I will throw these, not away, but away for now, so that I don't accidentally use them. And if you lovely people out there want to craft along, you could take out something which is similar to this. I mean, if you've seen the other video and maybe you have tried something like this, you could take that out, or maybe you have this stuff Lisa has and you could make something like that, or because this needed time to dry, maybe you just want to skip the cover, you can still later add a cover, or you could also, of course, take some fabric, or I was thinking about a material like, kitchen towel or something, or like a thicker fabric, doesn't matter. This could also be a postcard or something, because Lisa, are you ready that we hop over to the other materials we've chosen?
Yes, ready.
Because what we have is really random stuff. We'll take that out, trying to bring this all in the camera frame. This is so hard for me to do, because usually I have way more space. And now I have to live with this small space. I hope that I can manage to do this. And as you hopefully can see at first glance, this is all like, it looks like random, but for us it isn't. But what I'm trying to say is, if you want to craft along, you can take out random stuff from your stash. It doesn't have to be the same size like we have. It doesn't have to be the same stuff like we have here. You don't need things like this. Yeah, we chose these things because they were speaking to us, and that's what we also want to bring to you now. We will go through this so that you can get an idea of what this actually is.
I'm just going to show my one piece. So, because you said they spoke to us, this piece says, "Travel the world over to find the beautiful," and that's exactly what I did. I travelled the world. Well, I travelled Europe, and I found the beautiful because I found my beautiful friend. So yeah, all these little things mean something.
That's so cute. Oh, I mean,
don't start crying.
I also want to cry now. So what we will do is, I quickly need to run to the mushroom. I definitely had too much water. And do you want to start? You can also, you can already do that. Do you want to start to? What do you want to do?
Sandy Peppers has put, I've got no nearby sheep. No, don't get a don't get a real sheep. Use thread. It's safer. But if you had an old piece of wool, so last night because I do lots of different crafts. I don't just junk journal. So last night I thought, I wonder if I can make something woolen. So I got my crochet needle out and I started crocheting. So I'm going to have another go because although I love this technique and it's fabulous, and I'm going to have to do it again and again and again because it's just a fabulous material. I'm going to, I think, look at getting some, like doing a crochet piece and then getting glue or embroidery stabilizer or something on it to stick it. So yeah, I'm going to play. I'm just going to show you a couple of the things. So when I was at Louisa's, I did say that she had me running around the studio in a live and we were looking for things. She wanted me to see if I knew her craft room, and obviously I only know her craft room as well as you all knew it at that point, because I hadn't been there. I'd been there every time I'd watched a video, but I hadn't. Maybe a chunk of wool blanket. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Jackie. So yeah, and that's what the actual thing that Louisa's made it from. It came with this fish that we had. And it was wrapped in it to keep it cool. So it had like the blue blocks, the freezer type blocks, and then it had this wool round it to keep it cool. So it is actual wool. But yeah, I'm lost where I was. So yeah, so when I was in her room and she got me running around to see if I knew the room as well as I thought I did, and I pretty much did. I pretty much did. And we went round and I collected things. So I had to get something with a butterfly on it. So I got a butterfly. And I had to find one of her Tim Holt size 8 tags. So I found a size 8 tag. So some of these things are what we found on that. And then we've got other bits and bobs that while I was in Paris, I got some coasters because as a junk journaler, you all know, you go anywhere, you nick the coasters, you nick the menus, I did actually steal a massive menu.
We asked if you can get it, and the woman said she will ask, and you can probably get it because they will exchange it. So it was not really stolen.
No, but she didn't come back and say yes, so I just hid it. And yeah, but she'd more or less said I could have it. So yeah, we picked these ones up from in Germany. So just little bits and bobs that we were finding. And then Louisa said, right, let's go through my stash and let's see what we can find. So I'd got some postcards as well, so from Paris. So, and then we pulled out some Tim Holtz papers. And
may I quickly interrupt you?
You can. Yeah, you carry on now.
If you want to take some things out now, you can hopefully see it's a really wild mixture of first different sizes, different styles of things, because obviously you can't know if the colors go well together of something you find on your travel or somewhere. You can't know about the sizes or something, but with the hinge binding method we want to show you in this video, you can bring all of those pieces together. But what we know, and I think we can do that while we are explaining, Lisa, so that this doesn't take ages.
Forever, yeah.
We now need to decide what we want to use as pages and what we want to use as ephemera. And I think we can do that like simultaneous to explaining why we chose these things. And then we can make like 2 piles, or I will probably throw my ephemera back into this basket. I think that is easier.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll
and
do.
then just, I think we could go through the things, explain what it is and where we got it, so that you can also then find similar things in your stash. And this will probably be enough time for you to, if you want to craft along right now, run around and just choose some things you might want to take out after you've seen this and know what you could actually use. But you can use whatever you have and whatever you like. Yeah, so you were speaking about the postcards. So
Yeah,
what
so
Lisa brought are these postcards. We have a total of 5, right? Is that correct? Yeah,
yes.
and we cut this in half so that we both have half pieces as well. Oh, Sandy, that is very cute. I will pin this here. Sandy says, I belong to a monthly crafting get-together, and we bring items to exchange and gift. It's wonderful. That is absolutely fantastic.
Oh, that is so lovely.
And that is, for me, it was like, and that is also why I find this so interesting. For me, it was like I was in Paris when she brought these cards, and I have never been in Paris. And that is what a crafty friendship can give. So if you don't have postcards, you could, of course, also take any other kind of like photo. Doesn't have to be black and white. It could also be like, a colored photo or something. Or just paper, which is approximately the size of a postcard. Yeah, as I said, you can use whatever you might have. Shall we use all of them as pages?
Pages? Do you think so? Yeah, I think so.
I don't want that.
Okay, I'll go with you.
I think I want one cut as something so that we can use it as, a focal point or so.
Okay, so I think I'll pick this one then to cut. Because I've got an artist and a couple.
Then I will take this one because you said, do you find this so ugly?
It's just so to me these pictures. So this is a picture of the Moulin Rouge, and it's lovely and old. This is a picture of the, what was this called? The big church thing that's there. Why does my brain not want to work? The Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And I actually stood here on this bridge here, just right about there, and took some photos. But these photos are, to me, photographs. And that's a photograph. That's a photograph. That's probably a bit AI'd, but can look like a photograph. That one that I left with you, to me, it's like a designer piece that you're going to put on your wall. So it doesn't ring true to me as a real life picture. So sorry I left you with that one.
Ja, das ist ganz fantastisch.
So
Hey Jude, don't take it. Wie geht der Text nochmal? Says, Monster, I don't really have a crafty friend who gets what I'm doing.
no, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't either. And I've got a lot of friends, but not one of them has ever understood what my junk journaling fantasy is, because nobody actually understands it. But then that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because junk journaling is crafting. It's about having fun, even if you're with yourself,
And that's also why we are doing this, because we are hoping that you can, maybe even if we are not in the same place right now, find something where you think, okay, I can sit down, I can listen to them, I can also take out my materials and I can craft along, because that's for us the main point why we are doing this. I mean, of course, we want to do it together. Yeah, for me, it's even that I said this week is my week off. It's my holiday, and I do this as yeah, well, it's happening on my YouTube channel, right? But it's like free time for
fun
me.
time. Yeah, fun time.
And because of that, I don't want rules. I don't want a time limit. I don't want to have anything, but I want that the people can understand that they can sit down with us here at the same desk, even if we are not in the same place right now. But we could have done this via WhatsApp or here in this streaming software without you. But we decided we want to do that with all of you because I find that so important that we can sit together and that we also have this like personal connection. And I find that so nice that I can also read all of your names there now and your comments, and it's just, you know, it's just way more fun.
Yeah, it's a fun time. So okay, this is going in my ephemera box.
Yeah, I've just thrown mine in here, and there will also go these both pieces in. These are
two,
just.
yeah.
Oh wait, let's do a fancy thing.
Oh, let's do a fancy thing. Which one? Because my side's opposite to yours, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's the one in your left hand. Are you mirrored? No.
This one.
Put it here to the screen. Make it look like one. Higher, higher, higher. More parallel to the table.
Do you know how hard this is?
Higher. Just do what I say.
I'm trying.
Higher. Hold it higher. Higher. Higher, higher, higher. Now hold it parallel to the table. To the table.
See what she has to deal with.
It's just, you know, you say you have to deal with this, but if you just would do what I say.
I know, but that's why we have so much fun.
So this will go into the ephemera box now. Can we do this a little quicker because I want to start? I can't wait.
Let's do it then. Let's do it. What you got next?
We have these playing cards where Lisa thought that they have all different images, but they don't. They were like really pink, very crazy card deck, and on the other side. But I find these pictures really nice.
I've lost one. Oh no, I found it. Yeah. So we've got the same because there were packs of cards, and I thought every card in the pack would be different, but they weren't. But I bought 2 packs, so we had one of each. So ephemera or a page?
Connie, sorry, Lisa. Connie, what are you doing? Are we talking about the same video? She writes, I'm currently working on Louise's stamps bookmark for my junk journal burn book. What the bloody hell is a burn book? Also known as Learn with Louise older videos to learn new junk journal art while I do a deep clean and organize on my craft room. Are you talking about this like really old postage stamp bookmark?
Wow.
Oh my goodness. If that's the case, I feel very embarrassed because that was the time where I have put the German sentence into the translator and then I read the English sentence.
Yeah, but you were very young then.
I was young. Excuse me, please. I'm still young.
You are still young, but you were a lot younger then.
I will use one as a page and one as ephemera.
Okay.
And the rest of these will go somewhere else so that I don't get confused. So then, let's try this strategically. We then have some pieces. This we chose because you took this from the box where it was in here. And you said, why the bloody hell does this look so good?
Yeah.
And mine looks so shitty. And then we talked about that it looks completely different when we cut them out. This was from one of my recent experiments where I tried these flowers with distress paint. And that was the reason why I thought, let's take this because we've talked about this. And because I've practiced this technique for such a bloody long time, I had to...
It's where you roll the brush like that.
Yeah, exactly. And this, the other one...
I have made some of these, but they didn't look this great. Carry on.
Sorry. So then this piece here, you have taken out, you have the round one, I think.
I do.
While we had the Instagram live and this little challenge, this was from my watercolor stamping hacks from the Einzel TV adventure. I would think this is clearly ephemera.
Yeah. That could be a page.
And this is, yeah, for me, this is definitely a page.
Yeah.
Then I would think we have a few focal points here. Also from the Instagram challenge. I mean, if you want to craft along, you can take out everything. We don't even know what is going to happen with these butterflies because, as I said, we wanted to see this as our free time. We have a rough plan, but we want that that we can come into a flow and go with the flow and not with something like, a script or so. So these are for me ephemera, but what I'm trying to say is take out whatever you have, like what a focal point could then be, what could become a focal point. Holy cow. So sorry. This here was this little bag. Was that where the postcards were in, or where
I think it was a little charm.
This thing or this thing?
Well, I think you've got 2 key rings.
I have this thing from Hannah, and you brought these.
And then we had a rock. I brought the rock one, and we've got a fossil as well. So you've got your key ring from Hannah that I haven't got, but we've got these 2 pieces, and they came in this bag. So we'll make a dangle or something with them.
Yeah, I find this pretty interesting for a journal like this, because what we are doing here could also be something like a travel journal, something that comes together after a holiday, after a visit of a city or something, or when someone brings you something where they think, okay, she's doing weird things with weird things, so I bring her a weird thing. She can then do more weird things with it, and then could then be a challenge because yeah, it is what it is, because this is very thick, and sometimes people come with weird things because of that thought, and then you have to decide what to do with that. But dangle is a good thing, but it will definitely go in here because it can't become a page. So then the bag, since we are talking about hinge binding, the hinges would, I would, in this case, I would decide it like for practical reasons or so. When we think the hinges are on here, how would we usually think we would do this?
Well, you'd normally have a bag like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, we could fold it like this and then attach the hinges here, and that would also work in there.
Yep.
But then we would have this flimsy piece of here.
Yeah, because it is flimsy.
I would think, yeah, well, or we could attach it like so, and then it's like just a little bit higher than the rest. Ooh, that could also look good. I mean, to decide that, I would always take the cover or like the biggest pages and throw that in there, and it would only peek out this much, and I find that pretty good.
Yeah.
I want to use that as a page.
Okay.
But if you want to do that differently, you do that differently.
No, I'm going along with you until I decide when you're doing something that I don't like, then I'll
When it's absolutely stupid, then you do your own thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the point as well that we want to get across. So I follow Louisa, as most of you do, and I craft along with her. And then sometimes she'll do something and I think, and not very often because she's a marvel and she creates brilliant things. But sometimes I just think, or as I'm doing it, I'll find something else. And I have the moment and I get all excited. And then I'll just carry on and do my own thing. So, yeah, and that's what crafting to me is about. It's about finding your own way. Even though I could follow her straight away. Oh, Jackie is a jewellery crafter. Oh, Jackie, so am I. Like I said in the beginning, I craft pretty much everything, and yeah, I do a bit of jewellery crafting too. Which, if you look at Louisa's arm, I made us matching bracelets, and there's 3 in this world, and I'm gonna ask you, who do you think wears the 3rd one? We have talked about this person at the very beginning, and he's a link. He's a link to us, and yeah, who do you think wears the 3rd bracelet? And they exactly match.
You said that like they could win a cookie or something.
No, oh, they yeah. Sorry, you can't win anything.
So by the way, I just cut this here, and
Yeah.
I'm still watching the chat. I don't want you to think that I don't watch the chat.
You've made a
I've
heart,
cut this
haven't
because.
you?
Oh, Christine, that is unfortunately wrong.
Oh no, but I might send him one. Yeah.
But
great
you
idea.
would be maybe because he is a really big part of the
thing.
story as well, but in a totally different way.
So okay, how much did you cut off? Not half. The
So
singer, yes, well done, Daniel Evans.
Dory has just won the invisible golden cookie. I don't know how much I have cut off. This much, not even the same on both of them.
Okay.
And by the way, if you want to check Daniel out, the links are all down below in the description box. I hope that worked when I've set this up. That his link tree should be in the video down below under the holy cow under the video. I'm so sorry. There's this little word where it says more. When you click that, the box expands, and there should be his link tree. This here is ephemera now, and these will become pages.
These will become pages.
Yeah, and I want that this is straight so that we have the possibility to put the hinges here.
I've done mine wrong.
You can't do them wrong.
Okay, I haven't done it wrong. Right, pages, yeah. Okay, I'm with you.
Because, it's depending on either it's green here when this is on the left or it's red. But it's round. You can't do it wrong. Don't panic.
Look, if you look at mine, I've done it wonky. But that doesn't matter because I am wonky.
Oh, yeah, who cares that it's wonky? Mine is wonky as well. Look here.
Wonky works.
Wonky always works.
Always works.
Okay, so then, Birgitte, you don't have this one, but you have something else. I want to have this as an. I think I want to make 2 pockets from this. Why not? Give me a second, please. I need to somehow get rid of my paper trimmer, but not too rich. Oh,
yes, Jude, you're absolutely right. Even if you copy them, it never comes out right. And we said we had a little problem with the sheet getting to me with the post. And we had a little problem as well. Louisa, she has done a video on a make that she made, and she made me a huge, beautiful tag. I'm going to see if I can swing to it now. There you go. And it took forever to get to me. And I spoke with the post office and said, they told me it was in England. It was actually in the place where I live, which is Coventry. And they said it was here, but they couldn't bring it to me because my door number wasn't on the post. It was. But they said no, they couldn't see the door number, so they couldn't bring it to me. However, they'd emailed me to say my parcel was there, but they couldn't bring it me. So I said, but you know it's mine because you've emailed me, you've telephoned me, you've messaged me. So you know it's mine, just bring me the blooming parcel. Then they were going to send it back to Germany, and I finally got hold of somebody. It must have taken weeks. And I finally got hold of somebody and said, look, it's a crafted piece. And even if Louisa had remade it again for me, it would never have been the same piece, because we all know as crafters, not one piece is ever the same. So I don't know what she's doing here.
would probably have lost a lot of bad words if I had to do it twice.
Do it again. Are you cutting?
No, I want to go home. Should I am home? I want to. Don't do that. Okay, just don't try it. It doesn't work.
Well, I'm lucky because I've got two.
Yeah, but this is so.
It's a bit thick.
I thought if I would lose the backside, okay, I will lose even more. But what I want to have is this word here. Okay, here we go. You just have to be like a little more aggressive. So this is now a little bit thinner. The post office doesn't make sense anyway. Yeah, that is absolutely true, Jackie. So this will now go into the ephemera basket, because I want to make 2 pockets. Now I quickly need to get rid of these pieces here.
I don't think this is going to work for me.
Yeah, I would think just don't do it. Just use them either like they are or...
Yeah, I'll have a go later, but I'll put them in my ephemera pot for now.
So then we found these. Have I ever told you my embarrassing story with these pieces with Tim? God in heaven. Have we ever talked about these and what they actually do?
I don't think so. Oh, you might have told me, but tell everybody else.
Oh my goodness. So we had to make some ideology makes, and these came out as the mini version, because I think these are the big ones, aren't they? Yeah. And they brought them out in a smaller scale, and I was like, oh my goodness, I never had these in my hands, neither the big version nor the other smaller version. So I was really excited to get them. And obviously I knew I could put some alcohol ink on here, because what is this? This is like, looks like plastic. So you think, whoa, let's add alcohol ink. So I was sitting in the caravan and I was thinking, okay, what can I do? I had a vignette box and I had already put some alcohol ink on, but since I have never used these, I wasn't sure how it would come out and if I would like it. So I took my heat tool. There was grit paste and don't know what. And I wanted to dry those mediums. And suddenly I thought, what the bloody hell is happening here? Because look, it changes. It changes how it looks. And I thought I've destroyed it. Yeah, because I didn't know that it's supposed to be embossed. And in total panic mode, I messaged Tim and I said, Tim, excuse me, please, but my pieces are acting weird. And when I put my heat tool over them, look what they are doing. And that was so embarrassing. It's still so embarrassing. I even sent 2 photos, like really close, because I thought I found something. Which is not supposed to be like this. And I said, look at the first photo. It looks totally different to the second. And he was like, yeah, that is what this material is supposed to do. And he was even so patient that he explained like what this exactly is and, what you can do with it. And then a little bit after that, he did a demo on how to use these, because I then, of course, apologized, and I said I must have missed the demo where you showed how to use these. And he said,
"Are you heating them up now?"
"Yeah, I'm embossing them now because I want them to look like they are supposed to look. You could use them like they are, but I like them better when they are embossed."
Well,
And
you
then,
just heat them. Have you
sorry?
thrown any embossing powder on them?
No, the material is made so that it is doing the magic by itself.
Of course, I know that.
And a bit later, he even did a demo. And I was okay. Thanks for the demo, because now I also know what to do. You can also sand them. You can also do that before. Embossing them. Someone has just written, Tim is such a sweet person. That's so true. He was so like, yeah. I mean, he could also have said, yeah, why don't you know that? What is that here? But he was like, yeah, well, I will explain this to you, and then you will know it.
Louisa, this stinks.
Yeah, but it stinks a bisschen, yeah.
But it's not doing
It's for,
anything.
that is for Lisa. Please turn on your eyes, look closer, and you will see that the whole piece gets like dimensional. It's not coming up or something. It's not like a balloon. It's not, it's still the material, but it starts to look different.
Oh, yeah, you're right. She's always right, isn't she?
Surprised, I'm right.
I know, she is right.
You remind me of ChatGPT. He also tells me, after I'm complaining, he tells me, "Yeah, you are right."
You are
What a
right.
surprise.
You are right.
That's how you know it's working. Yeah, exactly. And with these, this is so wild. If you are planning, I mean, the people in the chat, not you, Lisa, because I know you watch every single minute of my videos, but if the people in the chat are planning on watching my upcoming videos as well, there will come a situation which is also where it was in the situation, not a coincidence for me. It was just meant to be. And that had to do with letters. How often is that? And it was with these as well, that you have a bazillion of these pieces. When I said I can't get these in Austria, back in the days when I was in Austria, I said that in my videos. Some of you have been so extremely kind and generous and have sent some of these to me after I said that in the video. Then I got the smaller ones from Tim. And because of that, I had a bazillion of these. But would you think I could find the letters for Louise and Lisa? It was just not possible. And because of that, this is not an I anymore, because you can see the same piece on Lisa's table. For her thing, it's an I. I mean, for her name, it's an I. For me, this is an L now, a small L. And I've chosen Lulu because Daniel always calls me Lulu, and he has given me that name. But why is that you have a bazillion of letters somewhere and you just can't find what you need? It's always the same thing.
These get bloody hot, don't they?
You don't want to cook them. You just want to emboss them.
Well, I think I've done it. Have I done it?
I think you have done it. Yeah, you should be able to see it. And what did we learn? Sometimes when we hold the pieces too close to the camera can't stop it anymore.
So this is the reality of mine and Louisa's crafting experience together. I'll go, have a look at that. What do you think? What do you think to that? And she'll say, move it away. I can't see it.
The other day she said, so while I will do that, I will say that I will throw my new favorite color on here. It's black suit spray stain. I want to try to make these scratches from the sandpaper a little darker. I don't know if that will work. I've never done it with spray stain, but it should work. And the other day, Lisa was like, what was that? Sealess preserves. That's such a bloody color. I hate this color. How could you make such a ugly color? And then I said to her, yeah, show me what you did. And she was like, yeah, here, look, it's such an ugly color. And she holds the things like so to the camera, and I was like, I can't see anything. Just hold it a little bit, more far away from the thing. Oh, the spray stain doesn't dry on here so nicely. In the cracks. Why is that? Maybe I haven't. So maybe I haven't sanded it enough. Yeah, and then I said just add more and layer it. And then suddenly she was convinced that Sealess Preserves is a nice color.
Yeah, then I said, oh, I actually like this color.
But there it was extreme with your, I hold it to the camera and you can see it.
Yeah. So,
okay, if you want to do this, please just don't do it with spray stain. I thought it would be that it would stay more in the crackers, but it doesn't.
I might try mine with a little bit of acrylic paint, I think.
That would work, or alcohol ink would also work.
Oh yeah, I've got some alcohol ink.
Let me see if I can make this dry. But this is now just, a little play in between of the...
Yeah, well, we're going through everything.
But I think
this is good because this is, it's a little craft along with us. And you'll see that Louisa does things at a much faster pace than me. But that's what we need to get over as well. It doesn't matter. I might have to watch the replay to catch up. But that's hey-ho.
I can't recommend you do this. But interestingly, and that is something I now really don't know regarding this material. In some spots, it stayed on here.
What did you use this time?
Well, just the spray stain and heat. But what I will do is, I thought it would stay in the scratches here. I think I haven't sanded it enough. If you would do this with a regular packaging paper, it would just stay in there like planned. But what I will do is, I will just throw some more on, and then I will just let it dry.
So I'm going to
I thought I could massage this in.
Well, everyone's going to see my nice, pretty little owls now. So this is my wipe-off mat. It's my pretty little owls. Funny story, I used to be petrified of owls. But I like them now. And I used to not like moths, but I like them now too.
Oh.
And I think you do. Can I add water to this, Lulu?
To what?
To my alcohol ink.
Alcohol ink and water? No, don't do that, please.
No, what shall I do then? What shall I spread it with?
Did I get that right? Did you use alcohol ink?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you would either need, please, some alcohol, clear alcohol, or blending solution, depending on what you want the alcohol ink to do.
I want to see if it will go in my edges that I've sanded like you did. I'm just going to dab it with a paintbrush.
Yeah, then you could also do it with a paintbrush, because then you would probably want to have it a little more intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what this is about, guys. It's about playtime, you know. And like Louisa said at the beginning, she doesn't get time out as such. She's always working, and even though this is going out on her channel and it's her job, it's not always about. I try to say to her, if she's having a stressful, I very often say, just go and do a silly craft, you know, like go and pick something up and do something silly. Why is she laughing? Have I said something really funny?
No. How is your name? Said Karen. Wrote at vodka.
No, we both need vodka. We don't drink.
I can't do this. I don't drink, and the other thing I also don't do anymore. And because of that, I can't do that.
We can't talk about it because it'll
We
set
can't
her off.
talk about drugs.
No, but
We don't want to get banana.
There's a thing that Louisa was doing up until a few days ago, and you
can tell it, because if you want, you can say it. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that, but I also know that I am there now.
Yes. So Louisa's quit smoking, and I'm so proud of her, because I've quit smoking, but I vape now, and I've got a challenge on, because I said to Louisa, that looks pretty cool.
What am I doing here? Oh yeah. Yeah, but now you have to quit as well.
Yeah,
because
I said I'm going to quit my vaping if she gives up smoking. And well, I did give her a time limit on it, although she's done it in 4 days, I think. I said I'll give her 3 weeks, and if she does 3 weeks, then I'll quit the vaping.
Yep. Okay, we see in 3 weeks is we see in 2 weeks and 4 days.
Yeah. And then I'm going to quit the vape.
But you can already start, because I know that I will never touch a cigarette again.
Yeah. Oh, I really love what I've done here.
Yay!
Yeah, I really like that. So I'll you're doing all of yours?
Yeah, I want that they look like the same somehow. I don't know why I chose black, but since yesterday, we had this thing with the butterfly yesterday.
Yeah.
I somehow like this color. Black is not a color.
Black is a color.
Black is a color. Otherwise, it wouldn't have a name.
Missy, I will try it. I am definitely going to try it. I gave up the smoking when I first got this illness that I've got, and I quit the smoking, and I didn't think I'd be able to do it as easily as I did, but I did, and Louisa spurred me now to quit the vape, so I am going to try. I can't promise when, but I am definitely going to try. And that's another thing as well. So if you are going to quit something, you shouldn't put any pressure on yourself, because. And when Louisa said she was going to do it, I said, well, if you feel the need that you have to have one at some point, just have one. Don't beat yourself up. Just start again. And that's I think that's a good thing. Oh, my dog's just come to say hello. Oh, this is really cool.
Jenny. Jenny, if you want, message me later. preferably via Instagram. I maybe if you already have been like in this mood where you think, okay, I want to quit, maybe I can give you. I mean, I know now I will never touch a cigarette in my life again, but that has reasons. But those reasons I can't say here, and I don't want to say in public because it also involves other people, and I don't want to say names here. But if you want, message me later on Instagram or somewhere. You know, maybe when someone else, I'm not a professional, you know, person who tells you how to do that, because otherwise I wouldn't sit here and do YouTube videos, but I would do the other thing, you know. Probably way more lucrative, is that a word?
Lucrative.
That's the same thing, it's just my accent. But, thank you. But maybe from my perspective, it is something where you could at least, you know, take a little bit from that, because I thought I can never do this. I'm now at day 3, I think, and I couldn't even manage like 2 hours or so before this, what I decided, you know, and what I'm thinking now about this thing. And because of that, I think maybe it can help you. And if not, then you've just, you know, you talked to me and you didn't lose anything. Well, 10 minutes of your time, maybe.
It's not a waste, though, is it? If you get to talk to Louisa, come on.
I don't know. So I will put this away, but a little more far away than the other pieces, because so the conclusion is, first of all, I don't know if it's supposed to do like I did it here. If you want a safe result, do what Lisa's doing. Hello, Gina. But it will dry, and it still smears a little bit, but here are portions which are really like dry, but I don't know if it's you know, if Tim ever said use spray stain. This was just a little test because I wanted to see if I can make the spray stain dry in these little areas I did with the sandpaper. But I will let them dry, and then overnight, tomorrow, I will go over it with my finger, and what stays here may stay here, and the rest I can just take off with a paper towel, if that makes sense. But they are then still a little bit distressed. And
is anybody sitting here actually crafting along with us, or are you just listening to us jabber on? Which, you know, either or, I think it's a great thing to do. I just wondered if anybody is actually doing any crafting while because when I watch Louisa or other people, I don't know if I can always craft along, because like I said before, I tend to go off and do my own thing. So I like to watch the video in full and then decide whether I'm going to craft along the second time I watch it, because I don't know if anybody else does that, but I might watch one of Louisa's videos about 5 times.
watch time! Yay! Okay, so while you are drying your pieces,
yeah,
I will. May I go on here with these?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm not going to dry them. I'm going to put them to one side. They can dry themselves. That
makes absolute sense. We have these flashcards. They are also by Ideology. Is that even the right name? Flashcards, are they? Is the name? Yeah, I do think so.
I think flashcards is the right word.
And I also want to take these out because that may influence how. Oh no! Don't go under my mat. I nearly lost one.
Ah, somebody's doing your watercolor technique.
Oh,
That's good.
that's cute. And why the heck are they running up and downstairs now? I can't concentrate here.
Okay, so what are we looking at now? These. How many have we got?
We have 4 flashcards, and it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the chip word chips. What is the word?
Chipboard.
Yeah, but these have names. I don't know the ideology name of this at the moment. So Simone is crafting, but it's something else than you doing. Watching while I wait for an appointment. Oh, hopefully it's nothing bad.
Somebody's watching us in Australia and it's 3 a.m. Wow, you're not tired. But then you could be like me. I don't sleep either. Right, I have 3 large, 1 small, and then 4 chipboards.
You should have 5 chipboards. One of the bigger ones is missing. Well, maybe you will find it later. I don't know.
If I don't find it, I'll make something to match it.
Yeah. So
I'll make a little note. Oh, I've got another little chipboard.
Yeah, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
That is my only German, by the way. So you can have a German friend. You can have a German friend and not speak any German. So when I was in Germany, I knew Danke, I knew Danke schon. And when you say goodbye to everyone, they say ciao, ciao. And I was quite excited by that because that wasn't hard to learn. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is probably my limited German. Okay, so what are we doing with these?
Yeah, so we have documented and collection, which is the same, right?
Same, yeah. They might be nice on the cover.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, shall we already choose one for the cover?
Collection.
Okay. So I will then take that, because I'm sure I will later on forget that.
And put it with the cover.
And somehow put that with the cover if I now could reach my clips. Oh.
I'm just going to drink some water. Have you drank any water?
Yes, but I need to go to the toilet again. But I will just do it like this. I will just clip it here. Oh no, this clamp might be a little bit too hard. I'll take something else. I don't want to destroy the thing. This is sturdy, but the clamp is really heavy. So I will do it like this maybe. So that I know that I will want to use this on the cover. Obviously not in this position, but you know. And then I think that is everything we need to know so far, because we can then use all of these as little additions for the pages somewhere.
Yeah.
Wait, large pockets with tags, hidden paper clips, fridge magnet. Oh, fridge magnet. Hot glue seals with her photo and sold.
Thomasina's making a journal in memory of her mum, I think.
I was just wondering who is her. Oh my goodness, my brain is already like nearly cooked. I'm so sorry. I missed that it's about your mom.
I think it's because it's so hot as well.
I'm so sorry.
Thingy is a totally acceptable term. Yeah, we have. So I have learned a German word, Dingsbomb.
Dingsbombs.
Which is a thingy. Dingsbombs.
Dingsbombs.
You know, these Dingsbombs.
So and you can please decide with the viewers which of these shall become pages and what shall become ephemera, I will run to the toilet.
Okay. So we're having these as ephemera. So I don't know if she showed you what they were. So we had documented and collection the same. But then we chose different ones. So I've showed you this one, which is Travel the World Over to Find the Beautiful. I picked that because I went and found the beautiful in Louisa. Embrace the journey, because I went on a journey, and with my illness, I didn't think I'd be able to do anything like that again or ever. Well, I've never got on a train and gone to Paris and Germany, but I didn't think it was something I'd be able to do, and I did do it. So I embraced the journey and I took the journey. And the adventure awaits I picked because our adventure has now begun as our friendship blooms. So yeah, mine was Adventure Awakes. And then we've got create or travel. So I'm going to pick travel, and I'm going to have this as a page. So I'll tell her when she comes back. And then I have lucky, because I'm very lucky to have met the Louisa Heinzel. I mean, come on, you know, we're all lucky to have her in our lives, and we have got her in our lives. And I felt that before, but now I'm even more lucky. So, Louisa, I'm having travel as my word as a page.
Okay.
And I'm having lucky as my word as a page, because I'm lucky to have you and I travelled to find you.
So that's both of the big ones, right?
Yeah, or shall we take... okay, I'll have travel and I'll have found. So we'll have the big one and the medium one.
And I will then take home and create and happy and inspire.
Yeah. And then we've got one large one, which mine's lucky and focus.
So sorry, I can't follow. My brain is too slow. These are then the pages, right?
Yeah. So a large and a medium.
Yeah. Okay.
As pages. Then we'll have another large and the tiny one, the small one. Mine says laugh. I'm going with the laugh because she makes me laugh so bloody much.
Because my jokes are epic.
They are epic.
Basically because I can't speak English.
You can. Your English is brilliant.
So that is going in the ephemera thingy. And something, there's a little like gnome in my heart, which tells me that this wants to become a page as well.
So we have two large, one medium for pages.
Because I really like these, either in this direction as a page,
or this direction.
And that way we could, you know, alternate that.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, let's go for that. We better get craft on because we're not actually done anything yet. Are we going to do these now?
We haven't done anything yet. We made a bazillion of difficult decisions already.
We did.
I went to the toilet twice. I mean, you can't tell me I haven't done anything. So now, tell us about... Yeah, wait. Okay, wait. Let's please take these papers, because that needs more explanation, and let's keep them for the end. And let's quickly go through the rest, because then I would like to talk a little bit more about why we chose these.
Yes.
So this here is just from the Instagram challenge, where I wanted you to find a number 8 tag in my room. This is just, you know, an empty tag. For those who want to craft along, or if you watch the replay, take a tag. Doesn't have to be Ranger. This is the distress tag by Ranger, but you could also make one from paper. If we wanted to use this as a page, we should decide if we want to do something on it, but we can do that later, I think. I would find it really interesting for this hinge-bound journal to have this as a page.
Okay, page.
Oh, Gina, thank you so much. That's very kind. This is also from the challenge. We will not use this as the hinges. I can't recommend this. This is too stiff. Way too stiff, and this is too flimsy. So I just said that you are not confused, because you could think, I need something for the hinges. Don't use something like this. This is just from the Instagram challenge. And then we have some of my texture tape. This was also an adventure on Heinzel TV. Where we made this, and it's supposed to cut into strips. So far, it's just, a big sticker sheet, but you can then cut it into strips as wide or narrow as you like. So this is definitely, for me, not a page. I mean, you have two pieces. You could also take one as a page and one for something else.
No. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this piece as my strips as ephemera. But because I'm so lucky to have Louisa Heinzel's work, I need to keep this and treasure it.
So you will not use it at all?
No, I'll use one piece.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, if I use one piece,
Yeah,
and then
I understand.
and then I'll treasure this piece.
Got it.
Yep.
So then we have this here. This is very groß. Guck, das ist ganz schön groß. Hier ist das groß.
What was that?
This is the map of Ulm.
Yeah, so I found this. So junk journaler again in me. We were in the hotel and they gave us maps of Ulm. And I was like, oh, can I have two, please? And let me see if I can see where I stayed. I stayed. It doesn't say you are here, does it?
Mm.
No. But I sort of stayed here-ish, I think.
I think it's on the other side of the river.
This side?
Yes.
No. That's the other side. That's New Ulm. Look.
Ah, because I first thought the hotel is in New Ulm, but that wasn't true, right?
No, it was. So where we stayed in the hotel, I'd got a really good view of the Minster. So there's the Minster. So I think my hotel was about here, because I did walk along the river. It was right at the back of the hotel. So it was just here somewhere. And you live just up here somewhere.
It's weird that it doesn't say
you are
where
here.
you are.
Yeah. But never mind. But yeah, I was here somewhere.
What we could do is we could just make our lives a little easier, just fold it like so and then glue it together. And then cut it in half, then we would have two pages where we have the map on both sides.
Ah, yeah, good idea. Is that
Shall
what
we
we're
do
doing?
that?
Glue it?
Oh, can't get my glue out here with this camera setup.
This is where my glue won't work. Although I did test all my glues. Louisa uses bookbinders glue for everything.
Yes.
I use the art glitter glue. I'm gonna just get a brush and brush that through. But I do have problems with art glitter glue in the summer. You can't buy it in the summer because it reacts funny or something. So you have to buy it in the winter. And I'm on a subscription with Amazon to get this. So they send it me every so many weeks or whatever. And it doesn't arrive in the summer because it doesn't play.
That's wild.
Yeah, it reacts funny, so they can't send it me in the summer. But then I get floods of it because I'm on a subscription. They know I should have had 4 during the summer, and so then they flood me with it in the winter, which is great, to be honest. And I never have to think about buying glue. Oh look, Louisa, I've got a cloth that's not microfiber.
That's absolutely brilliant.
I know. So Louisa doesn't like microfiber cloths. And I got one out one day at hers and she was like,
Terrible. Yeah, so I will let this dry before I cut that. I will put that to the pile with the pages.
Yeah, done that.
This here from the candy is, for me, it's ephemera.
Yeah, absolutely. This was candy that Louisa had in her house, and I had one while I was there. Louisa
What?
gave me lots.
Don't lie.
She gave me lots and lots and lots of candy, and I would like to show you what she bought me, but I've eaten it. And yeah, I have got some of my wrappers, but they're going in my travel journal. But she hid these in my handbag, which I was very excited to find, to be honest. So that's ephemera.
This collage paper here we will probably need for our next step.
Yeah.
Either today or maybe tomorrow. We need to decide that in a bit when we have finished this.
Yeah.
How much time we have left. And then what I then still have is this, and that's then the rest. Do you have anything else than the paper left?
I have.
I used to live
just
in Minnesota,
paper.
just a couple of hours away from New Ulm.
Oh wow!
New Ulm is also existing in Minnesota. Do I understand that correctly?
Ah.
How wild is that?
Yeah, so we've got New Ulm. Well, Louisa lives New Ulm, Germany. But yeah, there must be one in America then.
How crazy is that? That's wild. You learn every day. You learn something new. That is wild. So that confused me. So what we have here now is all ideology backdrop paper.
Somebody, so Jackie has put that she bought a purse recently, and the cashier was taking out the paper stuffing, and I was like, "Can you leave that in, please?" Absolutely. I think we all do.
Yeah.
We all do some what other people consider really strange. We're like, no. And my husband, he's before he throws any packaging away. So if we're cooking anything, we had some really lovely steaks from a shop, and they came in a box. It was really quite posh, but the box had like a square opening on it. And when we were opening them, I said, please be careful opening them because you know I can use that box. And now since then, he'll open something and he'll say, "Do you need this before I throw it away?" You know, and he won't throw anything away unless I say, "Yeah, no, throw it away," because obviously we can't keep everything. But yeah. So what are we doing with these?
Yeah, so I've put the collage paper to the side because for our next step we could use these, you know, our next step on the script, the invisible script. This could then
I was going to say there's a script, but it's in Louisa's head.
We talked about it yesterday, Lisa.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I remember it.
That's true. Well, that makes your first sentence even more logical than mine. But this could be then part of the technique or some techniques we want to do in a second. So I've put this away, but not in the ephemera basket.
No, I've got it next to me. Yeah, that's
And
okay.
someone just came in and said, I'm not sure what's happening here. Pages for signatures. Love what I'm looking at now. This is a little bit difficult to explain. So first of all, there will be a replay. So if you want to, watch that later, you can always do that. This video will be saved, unless YouTube will do some shit to me and don't save it. But under normal circumstances, this will be available as a replay video later. But these are just some papers we want to put together with other papers and things in a journal, and it will become a hinge-bound journal and a very special journal at the same time, because it will become a friendship journal. And because of that, these papers are also not just papers. When Lisa, that's this woman there, oh, she's off to the mushroom. See you. When she visited me here in Germany, we decided we want to make a journal together. That then didn't happen because of some health circumstances. My body didn't do what I wanted it to do. And because of that, we didn't do our second live stream on the Sunday when she was here. So we took all of our materials. I kept mine here, obviously, because I'm still here where I was when she visited me. She took her materials, took them with her, and now we want to make the journal even if we're not in the same place anymore. So that's basically, hopefully, summarize what we are doing here. And now, yeah, friendship journal hinged. That is also, oh my goodness. This is now, this comment is now something which is really like a bridge to what I would like to talk about and what I want to bring to your attention. Because I think what we experienced, especially with these papers, and I mean, what is this? Yes, I love ideology. Yes, I love Tim Holtz stuff. Yes, I love Tim Holtz. And many of you know how much of a role model he is for me. I'm so happy and very, very thankful for what I was able to learn from him, and that I was, allowed to learn that, and I'm still learning from him. But this so far is just paper. Yeah, it's just a piece of paper where he said, okay, well, let's print these things on. But when you look closer, you find things which are definitely, in my eyes, and I can speak from Lisa's perspective as well, in our eyes, that's not coincidence. When we decided we wanted to do the live stream on the Sunday when she was here, I was preparing the stream and collecting some papers while she was still in the hotel breakfasting. Is that a word? Probably.
Yeah, that's
not.
a word.
That's a word?
Yeah, breakfasting.
It really is. That's a word in the dictionary?
Well, yeah, it might not be, but you know by now that my English words can just be whatever they want to be.
Yeah, well, so they were breakfasting, and I was going through my papers and I couldn't believe my eyes. When she then came back, I was like, you won't believe what I found just in my ideology backdrops. And it was even more fascinating to me because I worked with these papers multiple times in my life. I had these things in my hands and I worked with them, not with all of them, of course, but yeah, I mean, you go through your stash and you look at the things, but then suddenly you know a person, you become friends with a person, and you look different to those papers. For example, the first thing I found was this. At first glance, it looks like a marbled paper, right? But it isn't. It's a printed version of the bracelets Lisa made. Because look at this. Wait, I will take mine off. Give me a second. this might be something where someone would say, okay, it's like by coincidence the same colors. But
There's no coincidences in our life.
yeah, and why? Why does this paper speak to me at that day and not on another day? I think this.
A page? A page?
Also, yeah, a page. Sorry. This here I chose because it matches this butterfly we had a second ago. So this here was just because Lisa decided to bring in the orange during this little game we had. What?
I actually said it was a challenge for you to match the orange into our book. So yeah, it didn't go. She said to me at the time, does
Oh.
that go? And I said, no, it doesn't. It's a challenge. So she found this paper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
the
I
tag is
still
not
don't
Jackie.
know if it will work, but that's the reason. Here, there was not such a huge, connection to something.
But it worked.
So then
We've cut this in half.
we've cut this in half because you have the half where the places where you worked.
Yeah, so I worked in Coventry, but we also we had different depots all over London. So I found lots of the depots where I worked on this page. So I picked this part. What did you pick?
Yeah. I couldn't pick anything because I got the rest of the material. I didn't have any choice because I've cut it in half.
Yeah, so here there's the first one is Enfield. I'm looking at it now trying to find them. So there's Enfield here, there's Twickenham down here. Yeah, so lots of different things spoke to me. And that's also when you're looking at things to use, sometimes they just speak to you, and that's what we were finding. So you'll see that a bit further on as well.
This one is very obvious because moths, butterflies, and not so obvious because we haven't talked about that yet, but for us very obvious because Lisa also brought this here, which I will not use for my journal, but hang into my craft room to a wall somewhere. And to represent this,
We had these.
we thought this paper could be a good choice. Yeah, and then I went on. Wait, I need to do this strategically so that I can, build the excitement a little better.
Yes.
And somehow.
This is my last page.
That is your last. Wait, show that to me again. What's on the other side, please? No, I don't have that. That's the one you have, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I might not
Okay.
use this then because it is very special to me.
Yeah.
So, but I'll talk about it in a minute.
I chose this first because when I went through the backdrops, first I had this. Okay, this is my favorite ideology backdrop. Let's use that because that's somehow like a crafty connection or so when you use your favorite things. After that, I think I found the orange one and thought this could also be a good match because I was still thinking about color connections and so on. I think then I found this and I was already a little bit scared. And then I thought, okay, why is here London again? And you will see that in my upcoming videos as well. When I record my videos, when you see them, that's not like simultaneously when I record them because I have to record them in advance, obviously. And somehow London is coming to my craft desk without me doing anything, and it just appears. Because of that, we have this paper, and we also have this.
I don't have London. So
Yes,
I must
because you have the Paris one, I think. Oh no, we lost her. Okay, we know that. We don't panic now. She knows what to do. Probably someone has called her. And even if she has her phone on Do Not Disturb mode, that for some reason didn't work. But we will just wait and don't panic because she knows what she has to do. Just leave the thing and then she will come back. So someone wrote a second ago, you are marbling papers. I find that very interesting as well, because I mean, marbling papers is not such a everyday thing, is it?
I'm so sorry. I'm
there
here.
You are again.
Yeah,
so,
my alarm went off my tablet.
Yeah, I already thought something like that happened, but the connection is pretty stable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good. It was only that my alarm went off for this, so I'll take this. I can't see the chat anymore though.
I think you have to tap it manually on your screen, please.
Oh, I'm back. Hello, sorry about that, everybody.
Wonderful. Can you see the chat?
Yes, I can now.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, so I had the London paper, and I think do you also have this?
Yes, I do. I chose the Paris paper because I'd gone through Paris to get to Louisa. So I picked the Paris paper, and then we've both got the map of Great Britain. Which, did you say what you could see on it?
What can I see on it? Say it. No, I haven't mentioned it yet.
Leicester. So this takes us back to the Daniel Evans connection. So when Louisa was watching Daniel, she's a moderator for him, and when I went over and met Louisa through Daniel, he was living in Spain, and he's recently moved, and he's around the Leicester area, and I'm around the Warwick area, so quite close to me. So I have been very lucky and been able to go and see Daniel at a gig live, and I hooked him, which was very, very special. I'm sorry. But I did phone you while I was there. I did.
Yeah, that was so cute.
And
I'm just
one day,
kidding.
One day we're hoping to get Louisa over so that we can go to a gig together, because that would be just the dream. So yeah, so we have the map of Britain, because obviously I'm in Britain, but it spoke to us because it's got the Leicester and the Warwick in it. So yeah.
And before we had that I can also say Leicester, I was like, why the heck does this word has so many letters which you don't say? I mean, for what are those letters? Because it's obviously written different than it's pronounced.
Yeah, so
and
it's spelt Leicester. So anybody who comes would say Leicester, but it's Leicester. Yeah, we're just a bit weird in England. Any English people here, you'll know that we've got some strange words.
And we talked about that earlier already. And then I found this. And then I said earlier, Lisa was still at the hotel while I was choosing these papers. And then I found this. And I thought, this is somehow weird because this is not correct, but where is this? First, I thought, it can't be. Please, Lisa, say this again for me.
Leicestershire.
Can't be that. Sorry, I'm not able to say that word anymore. It can't be that because there are now letters missing. So I was Google mapping, trying to find where this is, And then she came and she said, yeah, well, maybe this is just an old writing of this. We asked ChatGPT, and he told us that it must be something like that. And why are we telling you that? Why are we talking about this so long? Because we find it important that you see these things, because this is then suddenly not only an ideology paper anymore, but it gets connected to you and what you do with it. And it somehow then gets an emotional meaning. The same with this here. Why is here the name Daniel on this thing? And didn't we even find something else?
We did find something else, and I'm looking at it now to find what it says.
Oh my goodness, I just see something else, but I can't say it. Ah, what is that?
Where?
I can't say that now because that would be, it's really subtle, but it has to do with what we talked about before we came online. Holy shit. I'm so sorry for the language.
I can't wait to speak to her after, because this is what we do. So we'll find references. So we've had conversations, obviously, because we're friends, and we've had conversations about different people in our lives. And there was a conversation that involved poppies. And today, I never leave my house, very rarely. And I was given a lift to my niece to the railway station. And outside my front door are poppies. And we just find these random things all the time.
I wouldn't be surprised if here was just one single poppy on this paper where we said, this is a little bit ugly. Why did we choose this? You have something else on the back side of this. What is that, please?
I've got my Paris.
Ah, yeah, and that is the reason why I have this, because I don't have the Paris here. Tim did something else there.
Yeah.
It's not even the same paper, is it?
No, it's not.
So
you could get rid of that one, and I won't use this one.
But that's the one with your birthday on it.
I know, but it's precious, isn't it?
It is.
So
yeah, well, that was then basically like the last thing. So to give the whole story a frame, she came and I showed her all of this, and then please take the paper back you've just had where you said that you don't want to use it. Then
okay, so
I showed her that, and she then, after I told her everything, she said, yeah, and that one has my birthday on it. I was like, my brain is falling out.
So she picked this one for me because it says Midland Hotel, Midland Hotel, Midland Hotel, Midland Hotel. So I live in the Midlands. Then it said London, Northwest, and London's got a connection to us. So that's why she picked it. And then she said, I picked this one for you because it says Midlands. And then I said, oh yeah, and that's my birthday. How can that happen? How does that happen? It was just surreal. Yeah, absolutely surreal. So that's what we're saying about when you've got ephemera, you can see things in it. So if I go back, I'm just going to quickly lift you back to this tag that Louisa made me. That was made with book pages, and she just took some book pages randomly out of her cupboard drawer, and the references on it were absolutely unreal. I mean, the word London's in it. There's so many different words in that book page that spoke to us. And yet again, this has proven that paper can speak to you. So it spoke to Louisa because of the Midland and the London, but then it's so obvious. 23rd of October is written there. I mean, I wasn't born in 1888. Don't get me wrong, I'm not that old. But that's my birthday. So yeah. And then, have you got a music sheet?
Yes.
So yesterday I was looking at my papers to think, what the hell are we going to do? And I said to Louisa, but we were in conversation, I think it was when you were taking your little trip out to get your plant, and we never got to talk about it, but I actually noticed something here. So we've got dates that mean lots to us, and we obviously can't tell you everything because they're personal things, but the 2nd of the 10th is there, Louisa. And the 4 is his birthday. She'll know what I mean.
So
and I'm not trying to
this is a 4. Is this a 4? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my birthday as well.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to be cryptic, everybody. It's just, yes, somebody's put, that's as crazy as when Louisa and Barbara mailed their Defember journals at the same time.
Yeah.
It's you build connections through the universe.
I don't believe what I see here, Lisa.
What have you seen now?
Wait, what is that? Your birthday, what was that? 23rd of October, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, I need a pen. All of our birthdays are in this thing. Give me a second. I need something to point at it. But I can't use a pencil, otherwise I will scribble on it. Give me a second, I need something else. Just, oh.
But what I'm trying to say to people is, you know, ordinarily we pick up a piece of paper and we think, oh, that'll make a nice page. Let's fold that in half. Let's do this. Let's put some gesso on it. Let's put some texture paste on it. We don't always see what it is and look at your things, because I think they do speak to you. Okay, what you found? Go on, show me.
The 4th of February is my birthday.
It's your birthday.
Sorry, that doesn't, hopefully doesn't sound selfish, but that's what I see here.
That's what you've seen, yeah.
And if you don't see this as a 2, it could also be a 3 here.
Yeah. No, but if you look, there's a 3 at the top. So it's a 2. There's your 3 for my 23.
That's correct, but it's for me, it's all in this little, tucked. What's the word?
Space.
This 3 is not in this spot, but here is the 3. So 23 October.
Yeah, that's my birthday. 4th of February, your birthday.
And here's the 3 and here's the 0. So 30/11.
Oh
Dan's
my
birthday.
goodness. Yes. And this is what we keep finding. It's
and there's even the 317. 3, 1, and this is for me, this looks like a 7 when I use the line here as well.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And it even says the word trio. I mean, that's like, you know.
It does say trio. And it says time.
So that means we now need to somehow get this under control. Otherwise, I will freak out. I wouldn't be surprised if we would see names in this scribbling here, but I will not look at it now, but later. What I did while you were explaining the other things, I've just cut some of the... oh, you can't see that. I'm so sorry. I've just cut a little bit of this off here to turn that into some ephemera pieces later, to have some more like script.
Okay, so what have we got? The United States Marine Band.
Yeah, so basically the first 3 lines of the paper.
The baseball park, Thursday, the 28th of March.
Yeah.
And Daniel Hardware. There's something else on here and I can't see it.
I also want to have the word look, because that is something we very often said when we found something.
Yeah, look. We do that a lot. Phone each other and go, look. Well, I haven't cut mine as nice, but I will cut it later.
So then I have this here somehow left over.
Yeah, for ephemera.
I just thought it says gambler, but it's rambler.
Yeah, the gambler would have been good.
I don't like this so much, but I can still use the backside for something else.
Yeah, yeah.
We could then just take the rest of this and turn it into a page, because you know it has like the perfect size. So, and then if someone wants to craft along with the ideology papers, and I'm realizing it must be very hard to craft along, because, you know, what is this? This is really personal, but on the other hand, you can take whatever you have. But if you want to say, okay, I want to have the sizes for what they are doing, or I want to understand what they are thinking while they are deciding for the size, we did the following thing. Now I need to think about this carefully. We had some of the papers. Where is now? Hey, am I stupid or what?
I'm not answering that.
We have, because the answer is yes. We had these. We've just cut in half, and that is just because we wanted to have one piece per person. Yeah, that's why we said, okay, let's just cut them in half. So what this basically is for the size, I mean, is nothing else than the full size of the backdrop. I'm sorry, I will make myself bigger just for a second. I'm so sorry.
Take me off. Just take me off.
I don't take you off now. You are very small, but I can't fit this into the screen otherwise. So this is like the regular size of the backdrop. And these smaller pieces is just the half of that. So, you know, like so. And the other half of the moth paper is what Lisa has. And we thought that could be a good idea to take it like this. And now I was thinking, if we would cut the other papers where we have so much left, also like that, that would be absolutely boring. So I take this, take it like this, turn the whole thing around, because that way I have the possibility to make another page which is then a little bit bigger than the half of the original size. Does that make sense?
You mean width-wise, don't you? So
I mean, with well, for the height and the width.
Yeah.
Oh, Jackie has seen Steel Panther as well. Oh my goodness.
She's seen what?
Wait, let me bring this into the correct order. I want you to be on the left, otherwise I'm confused. Jackie wrote, slightly unrelated, but I recently watched your apartment tour. Loved your Steel Panther pillow. I've seen them too. Yeah, that was a t-shirt originally.
Yeah, her apartment is like her craft room is everything that you see. But her apartment. So when I first walked in the door, and she's got her Tim Holtz things on the side, the coffee machine's in front of you, the lounge as you go in. There's the pillows on the side. There's the cabinet with all her special things in. And then you go into the kitchen, and there is a new table there that I don't think people would have seen. That it's not a new table; it's the same table, but it's been altered. But her grandmother's paints in the little cabinet things, and I just felt like I was on the room tour, and it was unreal, to be honest. It was very surreal for me. It was it was just such a special thing.
It feels, on the one hand, really nice, and I feel like a little bit like flattered, but on the other hand, it's like, it's normal. I see this every day, and I mean, I'm proud of what I did here.
Yeah.
And how I did it, but for me, it's just normal.
Yeah,
and the kitchen table will come as a video, but I haven't found a way to edit that yet, because I have like the weirdest footage ever, because I didn't plan on filming it for a reel or so, and then I thought, well, let's film it because it turns out absolutely cool. I was so amazed that it worked like I wanted it to work, because
perfect.
I didn't know that when I started, and but it will come, but I don't know when. So that means my cover is 17 centimeters high, and 16 centimeters wide, so nearly a square. But I want it to be the 17 in height, but that really doesn't matter. But what matters is that you look at your pages, otherwise this will not work out in the end. I mean, we can make everything work, but we want to make our lives easier. So I have this here, so the half of the ideology paper like so. And now when I take this and put this on here, I obviously want to pay attention that what we just found here, that is still on the page. Yeah, so I think I want to put that here to the right bottom corner, to make very sure that not later the hinges are over the important writing, because, can you see that somehow? When it goes on there like so, Sandy, what are you talking about? Sandy just said, I don't think Louisa understands fangirling. You should see me in other scenarios.
Yeah, I've seen her fangirling.
You haven't ever seen me fangirling yet. No.
I
not
will
really.
though. I will.
Will we go to Steel Panther? Cool. I'm in.
Or you could come to Bon Jovi with me.
Oh, yeah.
That means you need to be in London.
Definitely. So I will cut this now.
Are you cutting it the same size or slightly taller?
Well, that is now a thing. As I said in the beginning, you can use whatever you have, whatever you like, and whatever you desire throwing into this thing. But I want that this is harmonious. So what I'm taking is 2 other pieces here. The paperback will peek out a little bit more than I would do it on purpose. If it wouldn't have this size, I would maybe do it differently. Because of that, the paperback is so far, I think, the only thing that will peek out.
We could do a fold in the paper bag though, couldn't we? And make a flap.
Yeah. So we would now need to decide if we want to have things peeking out or not.
I don't think I want to.
Mm-hmm. I also don't think I want to. So I will do the same thing like you just suggested. I find that a pretty brilliant idea.
Well, that's because I'm your last brain cell, darling.
Yeah. Just do it like this. And then nothing will peek out. But what you could, of course, consider, just as, a little idea, if you have the other things, if I now could please get these postcards table. Thank you. You could, of course, also, wait, how can I show that? Try to, this is too much for me.
Yeah, you could stagger them. You could stagger them.
No one says that you can't do it like this and that everything could like peek out here.
Yeah, cute.
I might change my mind when it comes to the binding.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut my music sheet because I know how I want that.
So
and I'll put my
I will then do it a little different than you do it, so that we have two variations. Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to put this with my ephemera. Because where I've got, trying to show you what I'm doing, where I've done this magnificent artwork and I have holes, my bits are going to peek at the bottom somehow.
Yeah.
They'll peek through my cover, which I'm quite happy about.
Okay.
And I think I have done that a little bit taller. Yeah, it is a little bit taller, but it's a little bit taller, but I'm happy with it.
What are you going to do with the paper where you have the Paris on the other side, where I only have these bloody flowers?
So my Paris paper, yeah, sorry about that. I've got the flowers, but my Paris paper, I definitely need to have the Paris words. 7th of April, 1914. 79332030. That's going to mean something. I haven't worked it out yet, but I'm going to
say that again. I can't see that, it's so small.
So I've got the 7th of April, 19. I think it's 14. Some word I can't work out. 793320 and then a 360. I'll take a photo of it. We'll analyze
the 20th. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. The 20th of June. So 23/6. I stopped smoking on the 20th of June, and today's the 23rd. So that's like my stopping journey, my quitting journey is that in one number.
So I think I'm going to make, I want the middle of this.
So that means we can just cut it like we want it, right?
Yeah, I'm going to have, I don't know now. How do I want this? Okay, I'm gonna cut it to the similar size as my music paper, which will then cut off. It'll be slightly taller, and it'll cut off this genre section, but that then will be an ephemera piece.
I have absolutely no idea what you are talking about, but okay.
Yeah. The viewers probably won't either.
So then, Leicester here, public schools needs to be on here.
Yeah, so I think we're going to have to turn that around.
Hi, Sarah.
So do you think we should make 2 pages out of this? Because my other thing that I found on here is, so English, which obviously is my mother tongue, but not Louisa's. Arithmetic is neither here nor there. Geography, obviously, I've travelled to Ulm and Louisa is going to come to mine. Spelling, I'm not bothered about. History, I'm not bothered about. Writing, I'm not bothered about. Drawing, part of crafting. But the last one here was vocal music, which this person, Grace was the teacher. Gertrude Wakeman was the pupil. They excelled in music, which again, music, Daniel Evans, me and Louisa. I think we need both. So I think we could do a half and half.
So that means we just cut it in half like the others, or can we?
Or should we have one a bit wider and then another one a bit smaller?
Yeah, I think I want to vary that a little bit. I will cut it here where this line is, like so. And then I will then use both pieces.
Ja.
Andrea, vor 3 Tagen und 8 Stunden und 15 Minuten. Stimmt das überhaupt? So ungefähr.
Ja. No idea. The map.
This is more difficult because we need to somehow keep this area here. So why is this so small? Could you please do this with your finger and show me exactly from where to where this area goes?
Okay, so you see where this yellow bit ends here? Just under there is Leicester. So it says Nottingham on the tail end of that bit. And then it says Leicester underneath. Then it's Birmingham and Warwick. And I live in between Birmingham and Warwick.
Okay, so that means...
And London's there as well.
We need this.
We definitely need from, well, halfway.
But then we could also, to have a nice proportion, again, do it like this, right? Yeah. I mean, what we are doing here is now nothing else than paying attention to not cut through the for us important things.
Yeah. So you've got...
Oh, Jamaica Bound just wrote, ladies, the coincidences that you see also happen to me regularly.
I love that. I love that. And I think they happen to everybody, but not everybody notices them.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I think that's what's important. They're there. They're there. You just don't see them all the time.
Oh, and we had a question several minutes ago. Sorry, that was the other bracelet you are wearing is also gorgeous. Is it one or several?
This one. This one.
I think the question is regarding that one. Yes.
So this is one I've made. It's one bracelet, but it's made on something called memory wire. So you start with one piece. So this I could make it as a thing. I'll show you actually. So this bracelet is just one piece of memory wire, and it just over connects so that you don't need a clasp. So it just goes onto your arm and over connects. But then I use a long piece of memory wire to make this one, which is just lots of beads and lots of fun. And it looks like I've got multiple bracelets on. So yeah, well, thanks for noticing. But I get all my beads. So all my beads are reborn. So I get junk jewelry. I buy it by the kilogram, and I take it all apart. I clean it up, and then I rework it into different things. So yeah, thanks for noticing. But it's just one single bracelet. There you go.
March 17th.
No.
So here's March. Here's the one, and there's the 7. Why is that everywhere? Or
What's
here's
that on?
another one.
What's that on?
The backside of this London paper.
I haven't got that paper.
Because of this, I had this only once, and you got the Paris one.
Yeah.
So I will also cut. So then you have to use. You can do what you want, but I will.
I've done my Paris one a little bigger. See.
And I will cut this so that I still have this.
Yeah, I've done my Paris one a little bigger, look.
Like so, maybe. Okay. And then I have the last one left here. Holy moly, after 2.5 hours. We didn't even do one we had. Oh, no.
We didn't even do it. I hope everybody's had a good time, though. And a good natter. You know, we've had a good natter. That's part of... And you natter to yourself constantly, like every day. What's Franken jewelry? Franken.
Yeah, well, that's what you do. Franken paper is like pieced together from different papers, like Frankenstein's monster.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm assuming the word comes from that.
The same thing. Oh yeah, I love it.
Very slow.
I love that. See, Jackie, we've got a connection already. The connections are always there.
So then we have to decide about the order of the pages.
Yeah, I'm just putting mine together now. What are we doing with the papillion paper?
Oh, sorry, I've just cut it in half.
Okay. I'm going to cut my map that I glued together in half now as well, because that'll be dry.
Oh, yes. That's clever. For me, this is one of the most annoying things. Not the map itself, obviously, but when you prepare something, and for example, something has to dry, and if it wasn't so hot in here today, this would probably not be dry by now. And that is something that is really, I find that really nerve-wracking. I hate that.
I like drying time. Normally in my drying time, I ring you.
Oh, I got it.
Right, am I cutting my Paris one? I can't remember. I'll see how many pages we've got. Yeah.
Many. So I will try to tell a story with this.
Okay. I'm going to follow your lead here now.
Oh my goodness, but your story might be a different one.
He's joined, babe. He's joined.
What?
Somebody's just had a lot of fun hanging out with us too. Oh, good. So when we do a meet-up, we'll all meet. And I love it. Loads of new friends.
Yeah, of course. Holy shit, you shocked me for a second.
Why?
Yeah, because my brain was like, who has joined? It was like somehow someone was coming into the system, like Like he was another screen and someone has actually joined, you know, like you had joined by the link. My brain was telling me someone somehow got the link and it's like here in the thing, you know.
No. But the person that's made that comment is a connection. Can you see it? They've put, I've had a lot of fun hanging out with you two. What are they called? What is this?
And the mug, the replacement mug arrived today.
I know. So this is a mug that Louisa merged for Dan. Well, for Daniel to have. And because I'm special, I got one too. But yeah, so that damn cat, thank you for your comment, because we've got that damn cat.
But
and that's another link. And that's what I'm saying about finding the links, because that link is there, isn't it? It's there.
But I feel a little bit embarrassed, but I'm not as good as Dan is with remembering real names. That damn cat, what's your real name? While we're waiting for the answer.
Yeah, so where are you starting?
In the back. Because the fine is... Are you?
I've got a damn fly.
You can be happy that it's not a damn cat flying around.
So this is
the back.
My back page. So then I'm gonna. Yeah.
I want to have this music paper here because I know the day where we will meet at... No way. Her name is Anna.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Anna. Sorry.
Hi, Anna.
She's freaking out because it's another connection.
And I think we can say that because the thing with the names, it's all over the place, and the name of that person is named in public. Yeah, so everyone knows.
Yes.
That.
So you can say it.
So Daniel's daughter is named Anna, but with only one N. And yes, we don't have anything to do with her. We don't even know her. She doesn't know us. But those names are somehow linked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's another story to this as well, because we can't tell all our personal details, but my two sons are named. The two names of my two sons are relevant to something of Louisa's, which again, we can't. Obviously, we're not going to tell everything personal, but it's just, yeah, it is what it is. Anyway.
So my final page, not the end of the story.
No.
But maybe our next meeting where we will fill this with photos or something.
Yeah.
Is obviously
Paris is my beginning.
Yeah.
It might not be.
Nine. Read this comment, Lisa. What the bloody hell? I was named after my grandma. She was from Berlin. I'm freaking out. And Daniel's daughter, Anna, she said, how is that called? It's called college, isn't it? And she had to do some, more studying. And then after that, he said, I think, wasn't that even today in the stream when he said that, or was it yesterday, that she wants to decide to either go to Berlin, Barcelona, or...
where was the other one?
I forgot it, but that's irrelevant. But what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Buttercup Creation Art. No, you would miss our live because we just chat constant, and I think we'll probably be here till midnight this rate.
Yeah, but it's unbelievable. Okay, so I tried again. So this will be the day then where all of this is going to happen. Everything which is on this page is going to happen in the final, you know,
Well, not the
thing.
final, but the
Yeah, well, but the final thing of this of my story. Yeah.
there's an English word for it, and I can't think of it. Can anybody help me? It's not final. It's the penultimate. You'll have to look that one up.
Okay. It will have to do with me going on a journey.
Yeah.
So that this will then flip like so. The other one, the other side has heart. I think this is good.
Well, I'm going to put this one here because I believe that we might be in that area when we do that.
Okay, that is a good idea. But I will definitely wear my bracelet.
Yeah.
But I want that this is then touching the other page. So I will put it like so. The marbled paper is then touching journey and this.
Yeah. And I'm going to put my lucky because we'll be lucky.
And journey is even a band, Lisa. What?
Journey. Yeah, it is a band. I'm putting my lucky there because we'll be lucky doing that together. Then I'm going to put something really random like the paper bag because...
Yeah, okay. I will do that as well. I will fold it later. I can't fold it now because I have the rest here in my other hand. I can't do it. And I will then put this here. You had that already, but I will put it here like so that it's also then connected to the rest. Then I want to have a postcard somehow because I want to spread them somehow. Or do you want to put all the Paris things like?
No, not all at the no.
Another Anna joined.
Hello,
She said,
Anna.
I just joined. My name is Anna. And you started saying Anna. For a moment, it was like ghosts from the TV.
and you've just joined, but we've been talking about connections and finding connections in things. So, yes, welcome. You are connected to us through the ghosts, through the TV. But yeah, that's perfect. It says it all.
Now I missed your answer to my question. Do you want to put all the Paris stuff together in the front or so?
No, because I don't want all my postcards next to each other. So I'm going to go with... So at my front, I've got my Paris paper. Then I've got a postcard. Then I'm going to put the these because that's my connection, and I bought those things for you in Paris.
Okay, so that means you start from the front and the back at the same time.
I'm doing both, yeah.
Okay, I think I can't do that, so I will do it differently. Otherwise, I will confuse myself very much. But I think it's also like, it doesn't really matter. But what I want is when I place, and that's why I start from the back, I want that this looks interesting when I put it over each other now.
Yeah, so I've got another one of those, so that can go there. You okay, Maverick? My dog's very, very hot.
Okay, we have 3 Annas.
Hello, all Annas. All right, darling. I might have to nip off in a minute because my dog's very hot.
Oh,
That's going there because that looks interesting there. I think I'm just gonna go for this and
why does it feel right to put the word home on this thing for now?
why do you like a Dalek?
Oh no. I will remove myself and come back in. Hello? Am I now alone here? Is she gone? Could you let me know if you can you still hear me? Okay, it seems that Lisa has lost us or we have lost her, don't know. Could you please just let me know in the chat. Can you hear me? I'm really hoping that you can hear me. Thanks. Okay, thanks. I think we have lost her. So what I will do is, maybe because of her dog, I will hide her here so that you then have the full screen. If she will come back, I will put her back to the screen, but it might be because of her dog. But I will finish this anyway, even if she wouldn't come back. Thanks for your feedback regarding the sound. So, but it's really, you can really now place this how you want it. So you say, okay, she just messaged me on WhatsApp. She said my phone has overheated. Let me quickly touch my phone. Yeah. I bought yesterday, because it was like pure, what's the word, despair, I think. I bought a little fan on Amazon. We tested this for like 500 times. And it was like working every single time. This streaming software is basically a new thing for me. And because of that, I obviously wanted to test it. Just decided that would be ephemera. And we did it multiple times, but the weather was like normal. And then suddenly the weather started to get warmer and warmer and warmer. And yesterday, something like really wild happened, and we lost the connection. It was then also that my sound was absolutely weird, like you've heard it crackling before. And that was just absolutely terrible. We could figure it out by that I left and came back in, but yeah. Then I thought I need to do something against this overheating problem, because before yesterday we didn't have that problem. I bought a phone, a new phone last year, as you maybe remember. And because of that, I thought I wouldn't get that problem again, but obviously I do have the problem again now. So that means we have lost her probably, I mean, not for forever, obviously, but for today. but that won't hinder me to finish this. So she is somehow there. Are you able to come back? So I will, I have a little like private chat window here. This is really like multitasking level 452 for me. But since we promised that we show, and hopefully, Lisa, you can hear me now, I think. Try to let me in. Oh my goodness, there you are. Hi. I'm so sorry.
Oh, my phone.
I didn't see that you have been there. Sorry.
My phone's really overheated. So I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay now.
Okay, so that means I will quickly again then run to the toilet and fill this thing up. Because we don't know how long you will be here, and I would love to finish the binding.
Yeah.
I mean, you could.
I'm going to try to stay.
Okay, so I will quickly fill this up and run to the toilet because I mean it's not das dauert nicht so lange. It's not a big deal, you know.
Hi everyone. Sorry. Let me just go back onto the chat and see if you can see me. Is it crackling now with just me? I'm in the hill country mountain. It's everyone's mountain. And I think my phone is just it's that hot. I can't even touch it. It's that hot. But I'm going to try and carry on as best I can. I don't know what she's done while I was away, but hopefully we'll have had the same sort of thing in front of us. And I haven't followed her same direction. I'm going to try and turn you back around again, see if this works. I'm so sorry about this. I think it's the weather that's...
So here I'm back. So then.
Hi, Glenda.
Are you still there?
Yes, but my mirror's disappeared, like my mirror screen.
Oh.
So I can't. Yeah, that's.
So you can't see yourself now.
No, I can't see what everyone can see.
Go to your what do you have access to? WhatsApp or the private chat?
No, bear with. Let me go to my mirror screen.
Now you're gone.
See if I can do it. I'll come back.
Okay. So then, she will hopefully be back in a second. I have some pieces. This is just the edge of Tim Holtz fabric. I will cut myself strips for the binding now. And I think I will just eyeball that. but I want to cut this piece with my other scissors. Okay, so you are somehow back.
Oh gosh, I've been
And now
cracking the whole time.
and I think my sound is crackling now really extremely.
Yeah.
I hear an echo. Did you have all of your other devices muted, Lisa?
Yes.
Okay, I will leave and come back because then it's on my end. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Could you please say something because I can't hear you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Please keep talking.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Peekaboo. I think it's me.
Something is really weird. I can only hear you very, very silent. I will leave again. Give me a second, please.
Sorry everybody, this is yeah, I've just put the
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, I can hear you. The crackling seems to be a little bit better.
Okay. Lightbulb Nirvana, I'm sorry, I've just put the fan onto my phone, so I believe it's cooling down a little. If I damage it, I damage it. Hey ho, let's get a new one. I'm very it is what it is. I need to be here.
This is pretty crazy. I'm so sorry, you will probably see me now. My fan says 13 degree, but the side of my phone here is still like I would touch boiling water.
Oh gosh.
The crackling is a lot better. Okay, thanks, Anna. That is good to hear. This is you can't imagine how nerve-wracking this is, because it's not only hurting our ears, but we obviously don't want you to sit there and have that the whole time. And
Okay,
I don't even know why it is, because it was like the whole time it was working. That is really weird.
it's annoying, that's what it is.
So now but what I did was I've cut strips of this leftover stuff here. This is just the edge of Tim Holtz fabric. This is 2 inch, a little bit more than 2 inch, 2.25.
Okay, so I've got a fabric, just to show the viewers that we haven't got the same things. So I've got this. It's like a cotton fabric. So I'll cut that into 2-inch strips then. How long? 2 inches and by what?
By what you desire. Why are these scissors so weird? Because I think it really doesn't matter how wide these are, but what matters is that it looks good and that it is a sturdy material. And another thing is, give me a second. On the first page, and that is something you might want to have in mind if your pages are like completely different sizes than ours are here. Because what we want is, we want 3 hinges on the thing here like so. And on the next page, there will then go 2 hinges in between here. So that means the width needs to be narrow enough so that here, for the next page, can go 2 more in between. Meaning, this is then here, you know, it needs to fit in there, and this is then here. I made a little prototype from playing cards to show you that a little better. Look, this is the cover. Lisa, are you also looking at the screen?
I am. I'm watching.
That is just wonderful, because otherwise later on you will complain that your strips are too wide. So we have 3 here. And then the only requirement is that the next 2 here, width-wise, need to fit in between here. But that's the only thing we need.
Do you think mine are too wide then?
Too wide? No.
Well, if I can't do it craft along, I can do it later.
Why wouldn't you? Why? I mean, eh?
Huh?
Of course you can. Why would that be that you can't do it?
Oh, because if I have to go.
Ah, if you have to go. I thought if your strips are too wide.
So we're doing 3 here. Yeah, that's right, isn't it?
That's just perfect.
And how are we attaching them?
Yeah, so on my dead sheep here, I will probably need to improvise and then run to my sewing machine, because I'm assuming that it will take forever for the glue to dry. I could use my embroidery stabilizer again on here, but I don't want to make a mess. I don't want to have drying time now.
No, I'm thinking, I'd have liked to have stamped these now.
That could have been a nice idea.
Well, I can't, so.
I will quickly explain the method of doing it, okay? And then you can decide what you want to do.
I'm just going to glue.
Okay. So I will now put this here. Oh, but it sticks extremely well to the embroidery stabilizer and the wool. That is perfect. So that means we put, do we have some nice words here as well? Tim doesn't speak to me today.
Who hasn't spoken to you today?
Tim, he is not speaking to me with these numbers here. I thought I would have some numbers that make sense there on the fabric as well.
But he's not coming through today.
No. But what hopefully comes through is the binding technique. just place 3 of these things there. One on the top, one on the bottom, and one in the center.
Do you know what? I'm not certain they're going to stick.
Yeah, someone just wrote it's a nice idea to use these leftovers here. I find that interesting because it looks a little bit like stamped. You could use any other fabric as well. I also like it when it has nothing on it, but with having the same fabric, you know, the strips coming from the same fabric, you also get like a cohesive look. But that will also be for Lisa's journal, because when you have everything in a neutral color, it will also give you this cohesive look. I really like that. So then, do you have that?
Yeah, I'm just not certain
About what?
about it staying where it is. So I think I'm going to staple it.
You will always later have the possibility to bring it to your sewing machine if you want.
Ah, yeah, that's probably better. I'll sew it on, Mum.
Oh yes, he might be at Disneyland. That could be the explanation for this weird behavior. I think he has never joined a live stream and said something. I don't know if he, you know, he could be here but not saying anything.
Well, it seems to have stuck. Yeah, it's stuck. I'm going with it.
Okay. So then, for me, the easiest way to do this is take all of the other pages now, put them to the right where they later on also will be.
Yep.
Take the cover piece, because that will then, you know, it will be attached here later.
Yep.
Turn that over so that it's open like it's then later as well. And now I have a space problem. Now I will take this whole pile and just take every next page so that I can't get confused. But the order is still the same. So this is now my next page. And this will then later be on here, obviously, and it will flip like so. Because of that, I'm taking it like I will see it, because I will see the backside of this, and then next this, I will take it like I will see it and place it here, so that I then can take my next strips here, this time only 2, and I just place them in between of the others. But this is just laying here, you know, for orientation. And because it's not hot enough in this room, I will dry it with my heat tool.
Okay.
Then we take it like this, and now we are facing the problem, maybe, that the hinge is too high. for the piece. Why is that? Because we have different size pages. All of the Hinge tutorials I know are based on one and the same page size. But we don't stress ourselves. We just improvise. Because who says that this thing has to be glued like fully to the thing? Doesn't have to be. Even if I would skip this one, and this would only be attached to both of these, I wouldn't get a problem. Do you understand what I mean?
Right, 1 minute. So my piece is a lot smaller, so only the slight bit. Can you see? Half of that isn't on.
Absolutely no problem. You have the same scenario. Look here. It's the same scenario like here.
Just glue that bit.
Just glue that bit. Don't put glue on the other part. And also, don't pull like an idiot here. We don't want to like press it like in between of a book press. Just, you know.
Give it some breathing space.
Yeah. Because otherwise you would have a journal that doesn't close in the end. And somehow I need a paintbrush, otherwise this will drive me nuts. Why did you think, Lightbulb Nirvana, that fabric with paper was somehow wrong? Why would you think that? Yeah, and it might be that we will change our mind about the order of the pages within this process, but I find that normal, because when we decided for the order, we can't see everything coming at the same time, you know? That's impossible. And because of that, it's already also here. It's a little bit like wrecking my nerves, because when you have a little bit like stubborn material like that cheap, but maybe that's good that this happened. Take a look from here when the cover piece is very thick. Then take a look from the other side and make sure that at least here the distance is approximately the same. For the other pages, that wouldn't happen anymore because they are just paper, but the dead sheep is a little bit like, you know, a little bit.
Oh, I've got quite a gap in mine, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah, gap is good because we will add things later, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, don't pull like an idiot. Then everyone understands me, Jackie. Don't you think? So then here, the more pages we add now, the easier it gets, because when I now take this either like this or like this, I can now decide for where the next things can go. Yeah, because I can see how much space I have here. And I can then also, of course, vary where, you know, that will go. You haven't seen the hint binding before, Anna. Okay. To be honest, before I had to looked this up again, like 5 minutes before we started, because for me, this is one of the most difficult things to do.
Did everybody just hear Louisa Heisel say difficult for her? I'm so happy with that.
Yeah, for me, this is like hell. Explaining this, to be very honest, explaining this to you that's like hell for me.
So what am I doing now? I'm a bit lost.
So I'm so sorry. You take this, and the next page you put here to the other one, so
like
that you can just so that you can see where the 3 now need to go, and they obviously need to go in between of the 2 we have. So just glue them where you have space. Okay, Andrea asks, würde diese Bindetechnik auch funktionieren, wenn ich einzelne Signaturen mit zum Beispiel 3 Seiten, die bereits vernäht sind, verwenden möchte? Andrea, guck mal bitte bei Funkelkram. Jutta hat vor nicht allzu langer Zeit ein Video gemacht, wo sie, wenn mich nicht alles täuscht, genau das zeigt. Sie hätte da so kleine Heftchen und hat diese Heftchen, ich denke, das ist das, was du meinst, die waren auch schon vorgebunden und die hat die da zusammengedingst mit dieser Methode. Schick mir mal später bitte auf Instagram eine Nachricht, dann kann ich dir den Link schicken. Aber Andrea, die Heftchen von Jutta waren alle gleich groß. So then, as you can tell, we take this and we just put this now on here like it will be later.
And then bring the 2 up.
Correct.
Aha.
Line this up here, please, where the end of the paper is, like here. Make sure the 2 have enough space. Put your glue on there, and
this is genius. I've never done this.
Yeah, well, it's I want to point that out. This is not my idea. It's not my technique. I've seen it somewhere. The tutorial I watched to remind myself was by Jutta at Funkelkram. But the the idea itself is not mine, and also not hers, I think.
Am I gluing the 2 or the 3? The 2, you idiot. Sorry, everybody.
That's what that's what makes it for me so difficult. Yeah, it's Light Bulb Nirvana just wrote this. Hinging is like a mind puzzle. That is really yeah.
I've just got so lost then. I thought I was doing everything right, and no.
Yeah, and then you just go on like that. So you then have the sorry, I'm too fast.
So have you glued your 2 now?
I've glued the 2 now, so I'm left with 3.
Let me quickly dry that, and then I'll be back with you.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'm a little bit afraid of using my heat tool because of the heat, I know,
because my phone's cooled a lot. Right, okay, so now I've got a 3, so this needs to have 2 on it.
Yeah, and then you can just take the next page. And put the 2, and I mean, decide for the height first.
Yeah, mine's.
And you could also now, look, I think that is what I will do. You could also do it like this, I think. If I would put only one hint here, it would be a little bit like this. But who cares? It won't fall out.
But it would work.
But what am I then supposed to do with this thing?
Yeah.
This would still have, very professional, this would still have 2. Yeah, I can just cut it off later. I will try this. Then I will just ignore that one there. I mean, I could add another little piece there. That is not such a bad idea. We could leave this here. And later, leave it just in the journal. And later, I can still attach something there.
Yeah.
You could do another piece of paper at the top. Yes, that would be a possibility. Or like just, like a small flashcard or so. That could be nice. Or maybe something totally different. But I think the biggest challenge at the moment is just to ignore that piece because it's not playing the game here at the moment with us. It can't, otherwise it will come into trouble. So that means I need to somehow imagine it was glued down here, right? No.
See, you're making yourself life difficult. I can't do that. That would. I want to freak my freak right now. Gentlemen, holy cow.
You, for a second, just shut the fuck up. This is the first one. This is the second one. And this is the third one. If this was a full page. Huh? One, two, three. 1, 2, 3.
Are you
1,
doing a
2.
waltz? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I did something wrong and I can't see what I did wrong.
Okay, Maverick. Sorry, my dog's
This is the most terrible explanation ever, but I did something wrong and I can't see what, and that is because my brain is mush. I have 3 here. On each right page there are 2. Here is already the mistake. 3. Oh my goodness.
This is so hard. So I've got a 3.
I don't know what I did wrong.
Then a 2. Then a 3. Oh, I seem to have gone wrong as well. No, then a 2.
Du hast nur 1 angeklebt, deshalb.
Then a 3. And now I'm on a 2. I think I'm
Und das ist das zweite, aber wo sind denn meine anderen 3, Andrea? Ah. Auf das nächste kommen jetzt 3. Eigentlich hätte ich 3 angeklebt. 1, 2, 3. An dieses kommen jetzt 2, sehe ich das richtig? I have absolutely no idea. I think the last 2 tabs you put on, you have glued them down instead of leaving them free. It looks like you... Okay, Light Bulb Nirvana says no. You glued the second from the top.
Okay, mate.
I glued this one. You shouldn't have glued the second from the top to the London page. Oh,
Excuse me 1 minute.
this one. Oh no! Yeah, this one can only have 2. I am absolutely confused now. Can I solve it by not ripping it off? That must be possible. Let me try something. If these 2 go on here, I can put 2 here. Let me try to improvise. Thanks for your help, Light Bulb Nirvana. My problem is now I don't want to rip it off from the paper. I'd rather later on somehow cut it or so if this doesn't work. But let's see. If I would put a third one here, that wouldn't work anymore. So if I now take this, these need to be free. And this is basically not existing because doch, das würde auch gehen. Sorry, I need to talk in German for a second, otherwise I will freak out. Wenn das hier dran ist und das hier dran, dann müsste das trotzdem funktionieren. This should work anyway. If not, we will have learned something. I try to somehow get back to the regular thing, but I think it's not possible anymore. I'm so sorry. Shit. Is Lisa still there? Lisa ist eingefroren. I will throw her out. Maybe she will be able to join again. But interestingly, this is now, yeah, it must be sturdy because these are here. But I'm really excited if this will, like, you know, fully work out. I have absolutely no idea. Since I already have so many problems, I will not do this page now, even if it would be the next one. But I first need to somehow come back into the regular binding process. And yes, I saw that we lost Lisa. She's trying to join again. Let me see if I can bring her back. There we go. We lost her again. If you're not swearing, are you even laughing? Well, when I start talking in German, that's basically it can be for several different reasons. Either because I need the German language to explain to myself what I have to do, or to swear. And here I also can't, that is weird. I also can't do it like planned, but we will make this work. Because here, and that was something I already saw coming, here, I need 3 again, right? And because of that, hello,
Hello. You all right?
I do think so.
Yeah, my phone's just gone a wobble again, so I'm gonna turn everything off. I think I'll carry on with this because I think I'm doing it right.
Yeah. We will do the following thing. We will end this here.
Yeah, because I think everything's getting too hot right now.
And my problem is, ja, Andrea, ich glaube, ich kriege das gerade nicht mehr durchdacht. Das mag jetzt sich sehr komisch anhören, aber mein Gehirn ist wie, als könnte ich gar nicht mehr logisch denken. My problem is here now, I don't see at the moment how I can come back to the 3-2-3-2 thing. I made this one mistake there, and because of that, I messed it up.
Did you swear, Lulu?
No, I just talked German so that I could, understand what I'm even saying.
Okay.
And because of that, yeah. So I will try to come back to normal, because if I would have done everything right, this would not have happened, obviously.
No.
And then we can, I think, just go on until just, like 2 or 3 pages left. We can then do those in the beginning of the next one.
Yes. Finish it off.
And then go on with what we had in mind.
Yeah. Okay. I hope everyone's had a great time. So
I think
sorry
that
for all
makes
these
sense.
technical problems.
I will.
But it's just that it's so hot, and I'm in the UK and we don't do 34 degrees very well.
Oh my goodness, what happened?
I know. I've just looked at myself and thought, wow. Have they been looking? Thank goodness everybody was looking at our desks and not us. Oh, look, Louisa with a spritzer bottle. Just before I go.
Look, you can do it like this.
I've got a posh one.
Yeah. Of course, you have everything in posh. And here it's just like normal.
Yeah, got a posh bit. Anyway, I look like a bedraggled rat.
But I have lemons. You don't have lemons.
Lemons?
Lemons. Not lemons. Lemons.
Not elements, lemons.
Lemons. That is something very special. Not everyone has lemons.
I am going to try, once I've found mine, I'm going to try and see if I can put some stamping on mine. Even if I just put some numbers or something on my little bits.
Yeah.
But I think that might look quite cool.
Yeah.
And I might sew what I can. I'll see what I can do. Because we've got a whole day, haven't we now? A break. And then hopefully people will come back and see us do
that means we can do our stuff. And if you see this on replay, oh my goodness, am I freezing now as well?
No, you're okay.
I will talk
okay for a minute.
So if you are watching this on replay, you could, in theory, come to this stage. But look at what Lisa did with 3-2-3-2, because as we found out, I made a mistake here. But you could come to this point then, and then join the day after tomorrow. So that's then
Thursday,
the 25th of June, 6 p.m. Central European time. And we will then go on with this. And we also now did this whole thing in a different order. we need to talk about that because our script is basically
It's gone in
burned,
the trash can. In the trash
literally
can.
burned, but that doesn't matter. We will just, think about that, and then we will come back on Thursday with a fresh plan.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for being here.
This was really wonderful.
I think we've had a great time until Louisa buggered it all up.
That's just
But
because
I don't think anybody. I don't.
my mood was a little bit damaged because
Okay.
Dan said he could come and now he wasn't here because he had to do other things.
Yes. So hopefully we may have a treat for the viewers on Thursday if we can get Dan to join us. That might be a little treat.
The try was there.
Yeah.
Just didn't happen. So
yeah, so you might all
thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you on, what's the day again? Thursday.
Thursday.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye everybody.